Wake up, Ghana, your morning star.
This is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. This is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
We bring the fresh stories, fresh energy every morning, full of fire and glory. Rise and shine, come join the line. Your day begins when the voices align. GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. Your daily dose, here we go. GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. Only on GhanaTalks Radio.
Good morning to you. It's a beautiful brand new week and you're welcome to the GhanaTalks Breakfast Show right here on GhanaTalks Radio. This is your favorite online radio station you can carry along wherever you go. This is your morning companion and this is the news review, and right here we bring you the relevant stories making waves in the news, from business to politics, from sports to entertainment. We got you covered with the most relevant stories and informed perspectives on matters that matter to you every morning right here on the show. Remember that you're streaming live on Facebook at GhanaTalks Radio TV, on YouTube at GhanaTalks Radio, and also on X at GhanaTalks Radio. Do well to join us right here on the morning show, on the breakfast show. Let's get interactive. We do well to send to read your comments back to you. And this morning, joining me is Miss Regina Bless and Miss Debbie Adoso. Good morning to you, ladies.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
By grace, your side.
I'm doing well. Hope all is well. How was the weekend?
The Lord
has been good.
A natural girl. Natural as always. Miss Regina.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good.
I'm sorry. Producer is distressing, so I've forgotten that.
That's all I'm sorry.
So I can talk now. Right?
Yeah, a whole lot of things goes on before we bring the morning show to you. So producer is making sure that
Behind the scenes.
yes, behind the scenes, to make sure that Miss W. Adoso is heard clearly. All right, how was the weekend? And now maybe that.
We decided that. The producer confused you.
How was church? I couldn't go to church yesterday.
Oh,
yes.
Church was great.
Oh, church was great. Yeah, Paul, now you share your preaching with me. Yesterday I asked my mom what happened at church. Now they come off of her room. We forgot. So we forgot. She didn't tell me what went on in church and what they actually preach about. Yes. So hope you went to church yesterday. I didn't go to church. I'm reporting myself. So Miss Debbie Adoso and Miss Regina Bless will be sharing with me what happened in church. But before that, let's get into the details. Let's get into the relevant stories we have. What actually happened over the weekend? What happened on Friday? A whole lot of things are happening in the news. So let's get ourselves, known with that. So let's get into the news items we have this morning. Government to launch care economy program to create 100,000 jobs. The government says it will launch a domestic care economy program next year, which is expected to create about 100,000 jobs for young people. Minister for Youth Development and Empowerment, George Opare-Addo, said the program will be implemented through the Youth Employment Agency as part of efforts to tackle Ghana's growing youth unemployment problem. The program is expected to create jobs in areas such as home care, child care, support for elderly, and other domestic care services. Mr. Opare-Addo said although youth unemployment has increased slightly, Ghana's growing young population is also putting pressure on the job market. He said the government is implementing several programs to create more employment opportunities and provide young people with decent and sustainable jobs. He expressed confidence that the Care Economy program, together with other UN initiatives, will help reduce unemployment by the end of President Mahama's 4-year term. However, the key issue is whether the program will create long-term and decent jobs rather than temporary employment opportunities. And so this is coming from the Minister for Youth Development and Empowerment, George Opare Addo, who said that government is looking at introducing a care economy program which is set to create 100,000 jobs for youth. And this is looking at areas such as home care, child care, support for elderly, and other domestic care services. So these are the jobs that they are looking at and bringing on board to provide jobs for the people. Whereas he says that youth unemployment has actually increased slightly over the year, and in a way, would I say is blaming the youth also part of it, but he says that there's been an increased population of the youth in the country, so they are hoping and wishing that by the end of President Mahama's tenure, the issue of unemployment will be an issue of the past. Ms. Debbie, looking at the jobs that are slated, do you think that is going to be a long-term something to help people without jobs or curb unemployment issues right there in our country?
Yeah, so the jobs that have been listed for me, I see it as a temporal job creation for the youth. It's not a permanent job that these people can rely on for the period of their life or the whole of their life. Yeah, let me put it that way. So this is equally common to the Blue Water Guard initiative, the other small employment they are creating out there. And the most unfortunate thing is that it ends when the government leaves power. So if this government employs you, say maybe the Water Guard initiative or what they are bringing on board here, after their tenure in office, it becomes useless. The government that comes on board is going to bring another initiative, and they are going to employ their same people. You might not be fortunate to be picked again. So I feel like when you are creating jobs, you should create permanent jobs that when you are giving out to the people, you know that the people can rely on that for survival. It's not a job where you create for the people and then at the end of the day we are still thinking about how to get these people employed so we can reduce on unemployment rate we have here. And I'm happy because he's sincere that unemployment has increased slightly. IMF said it, and their people said it's a lie. And sometimes I wonder where they get their info from, because IMF said unemployment has increased, and you and I can testify to the fact that unemployment has increased. What we are saying is that, you see, the job they are creating is, I'm not looking down on anybody, but it's like the job they are creating is for a specific group of people, and this specific group of people are people that are, okay, fine, maybe you've completed senior high school, you have SHS certificate, you come, we don't mind your certificate, come, we'll teach you how to get a handle skill or something. But we have another class of people, and this class of people are graduates. This class of people has the degree. This class of people are people who went to school to delve on a specific course. So those are the employment we are talking about. If IMF or other institution wants to rank Ghana on unemployment rate, they are going to count based on the number of nurses that are in the house and they are protesting every day. They are going to do their findings or rate based on the number of teacher trainees that are completed school and they are still in the house. Although they are going to ask this small people who I don't call them small because they earn even more than the people who are in the suits, and then they take money on monthly basis. But what I'm saying is that when it comes to unemployment, we have to focus on those people as well. It's quite unfortunate that they'll say they've opened the platform for employment, and at the end of the day they'll still come and tell us a different story that, oh, instead of employing maybe 4,000 people because Ghana is not financially stable, and so they have to give opportunity to only 1,000 or 2,000 people out of 7,000. What are you telling us? So unemployment, I feel like they should tackle the issue. It's as if they are just scrubbing the surface of the issue. You're creating that. I'm not saying what they are bringing on board, as I said earlier on, is bad, but it looks as if the job you are bringing on board, it's not something that is going to sustain these people permanently. So you see that we keep going round the circle. You are creating the jobs, but all the time we still have people complaining that unemployment still persists. So why not you just go straight to the point? Create a permanent job where when you are employing 2,000 people, we know that when it comes to Ghana, we have 2,000 people that are securely employed and permanently employed. There wouldn't be any instances where government will come on board and it will still be talking about unemployment. So well, for me, I like the fact that he has been sincere, but they should look into it and then create a permanent job.
Because this kind of job, there, home care, definitely the child will get old and then your services wouldn't be needed anymore. So all these jobs. But do you think that the youth is actually, these are the kind of jobs they're looking for, Miss Regina? Just a dear.
Okay, so when it comes to this, your friend is saying,
I'll say
then
economic care. Yes, economic care program. Care
economy
so
program.
Home care, taking care of elderly people.
And with what Debbie said, this kind of initiative is targeted to some specific group of people. And that are the people who has to, your friend is saying, who are already in the healthcare sector. Oh, there is no way with this initiative they are bringing on board, I can venture into that aspect. I can't do it because I do not have any fair knowledge on your friend is saying health issues. Or probably we can only use our normal knowledge and say, oh, say akola shede, a bit akola. But when we talk of home care also, it has to do with taking care of elderly people who also have some certain kinds of illness. And mind you, when it comes to elderly people, day in and day out, you need to be checking their BP, you need to be making sure that certain things are in place and all that. And as an ordinary citizen or as an ordinary Ghanaian who has no idea about health issues, how then does this person venture into that aspect? And I think this is the fourth, should I say, job creation initiative they brought on board. Either fourth or fifth. We had the Jumera, we had the Codes, we had a whole lot of, even saying, job initiative program. But ask yourself, where has that got us? I'm not saying that this initiative is a bad one. It is a good one. But if their sole aim is to employ 100,000 individuals or 100,000 youth, and they themselves are telling us that indeed youth unemployment has increased, then they should tell you that the other job initiatives you brought on board has failed. All those we had the Jumera, the National Apprenticeship Program, 1 million coders program, 24-hour economy. This one is the fifth one. Care economy program. And I'm very sure that even if it's not by the end of this year, next year to come, they'll introduce another job program again, aiming to employ a lot of people to reduce unemployment. We always say that when it comes to Ghana's policy or any kind of political party, their policies, they are only good on paper. Oh, we are introducing this will do this will do that. But as time goes on, they relax. As time goes on, we are not seeing the benefit of whatever that they claim that it would yield. So with this initiative, it is a good one. No one is doubting the fact that it's a bad one. It is a good one. But how sure are you that this will yield results? And also, it is temporary. You made mention of NTC as Akolani. I was saying Jumanujai because Nani is only for younger people. Nani is not for someone like us. So they need to bring up a long sustainability initiative. That's at the end of the day, whether looking at the demerit or merit, at the end of the day, the merit is more than its demerits.
And looking at this particular job as well, it's not something that you have to do with general knowledge. I feel like you should be trained.
Exactly.
Because taking care of an elderly person, there, as you said, maybe that person has certain illness. You need to check their BP, give them their medicines, and then all of that. And child care as well. How do you intend to train all these people? Are any programs underway to train these people before they go into this? But don't you think that the government is in a way trying so hard, but they are not hitting a particular spot
with
a job issue?
Oh, they are trying very hard, because looking at all these programs they initiated from the onset, their sole aim is to make sure that they eliminate the disease of unemployment. But it looks like they are not targeting the I don't want to say the right people, as you said, the right spot. We have the Youth Unemployment Agency, Mr. Malik Basintali. I can't remember, we went for a forum where he said they would use coconut husk for Akosi saying they'll use it for charcoal. Have you seen something? We've not seen anything. He even said there that they would employ about 200 people in the GA community. But still, if we are employing all those people in badges, at least we should see as a positive benefit. At least you employing them should be reducing the number of youth who are already unemployed. But no, it is rather increasing. And as a man, you perform movie South African, and I say, "Am I economy na
Alright, so government is introducing care economy program, and this is set to create 100,000 jobs for the youth. Who knows? If you are interested in this care economy program, you can shoot your shot. Just go in for it. Right. Health Ministry begins review of Mahama's key healthcare promises. The Ministry of Health has started a 3-day review of the government's major healthcare promises contained in the NDC's 2024 manifesto. The review, which began in Ho on Saturday, is led by the Health Minister, Kwabena Minta Akando, and brings together heads of health agencies and programs. The main purpose is to find out how far government has gone with its promises, what has been achieved so far, the challenges being faced, and what needs to be done to speed up implementation. Some of the key areas being reviewed include free primary health care, mama care, the expansion of NHIS, the retooling of hospitals and health facilities, and specialized nursing programs. The ministry will also look at the construction of regional hospitals in the 6 newly created regions, the establishment of cataract centers, nursing trainee allowances, and the recruitment of more health professionals. Another important area is the completion of abandoned health project. Heads of the various agencies are expected to explain the progress made and what is needed to complete outstanding projects. The review will also include training in public financial management aimed at ensuring that resources collected to the health sector are used efficiently and transparently. The ministry says the exercise is intended to ensure that government healthcare promises are not only announced but properly implemented to improve access to affordable and quality healthcare. And this is set to be led by the Health Minister, Kwabena Minta Akando, and they are going to be embarking on the Health Ministry review of President Mahama's healthcare promises. And you and I can attest that during the 2024 elections, their manifesto reading, they made a whole lot of promises. So this time around, they are going to review if indeed they've been able to fulfill all the promises, what are the challenges, what are the benefits, and then what can they do to improve the health sector. So this is set to be a 3-day program. It started on Saturday in Ho, and we are hoping that it will continue. Then we get to find out what are we not doing right when it comes to our health sector. Miss Debbie, health review.
Yeah, this is the most significant aspect in the period of every government. It's necessary for you to review. You need to assess yourself. So for me, I see the review as an assessment. You don't need anybody to do the review for you. It becomes a challenge and shall I say incompetency on the side of the government if the ordinary Ghanaian should be the one to review and to assess you. Based on that, we term it as you not being competent and you not showing so much shall I say involvement in your own initiative. So going round is for you to pinpoint what you were able to do, how far you've come with your promises, how best you can fasten the process, because the clock keeps ticking, and the time as we say will not wait for you. It keeps ticking. I mean, time do not come telling you that tomorrow is Monday. No, you just be there, then the next day is here. Whether you take action, whether you don't take action, definitely there'll be an evening today, and then Tuesday will also come. So it's up to you to assess yourself and then find out, what am I doing wrong, what am I supposed to do right. The most important aspect is, how are you going to fast track the process, because we know very well that this Mahama Care initiative and their whole promise says they brought under the NDC government pertaining health, they are yet to fulfill half quarter baby. So it's good. At least they are trying to show us that they are putting in effort. So that alone is a good signal. But then how well are they going to fasten it? For me, that is the most important thing. And then I like the fact that they also stated that they are going to complete on started project that were not being finished by previous administration. That is very, very key to me, because we have, I think some time back, there was this blogger who went to one community in the Ashanti region where they built Agenda 111 hospital, and then the hospital was completed, like they are done. It only left for the government to commission it before they were booted out of power.
Oh really?
Yes.
Is it equipped?
Oh yes, it was equipped. Even the bungalow for the health practitioners, like it was all built. They are done, and then they all the buildings has televisions. It has refrigerator. It has not the Afari, not the Afari. This is under the Agenda 111 project. It has refrigerator. It has television. Everything is set. So it was left for them to just commission it. But as it stands now, it looks as if no one cares, and the people in that community are complaining because they still don't have a well-equipped clinic, a place they can call hospital where they can seek for medical attention. And then when it happens like that, the burdens comes back on the regional hospital. And so we saw instances where Konfanocha was so burdened to the extent that they had to go on strike. They had to turn patients away because the wards were full. So I think this is a good one for health sector. It's something that we need to take seriously, because for me, your health comes first. If your health should fail you today, for me it means you are dead, and there cannot be a replacement. You is you. My English, I don't know whether this English is correct, but you like you are the bin. When you are gone, that ends it. Anybody that comes after you, they can still name the person after you, but the person cannot be like you. So your health, it comes first. So for me, it's good. But for me personally, as I stated in my submission, that how well are they going to fasten the process, because we know that
Miss Regina,
Yeah.
how far have they come when it comes to our health sector?
When it comes to our health sector, I would still say we are seriously lacking behind. We still need certain things to make our health sector 100% attractive. And looking at the review that they are going in for, are they sure the review and they can do it within 3 days? That's what we need to ask. And also, I think with the review is a very good thing, because in every aspect of life, you need to review yourself. Looking at the free primary health care, you need to go on grounds, because at the end of the day, this introduction of the free primary health care would reduce financial burden on the people. So go on grounds. Are the people really experiencing the benefit of it? How many people have benefited? What things can be set to put in place to make sure that it is more flexible for the people? Looking at the is it Mahama Care? Looking at the Mahama Care also, from the little I've seen so far, I think they are doing a very great job. From where President himself is dedicating his salary for some period of time, other people also supporting. And I think just last month, this woman, you admire her so much, is it Obobia? Yes, she went to the Gamanche. They went to seek for support. So they should tell you that indeed, when it comes to the Mahama Care, they are really doing a good job. And also with recruiting of health professionals. There's no way Ghana can continue building hospitals without health professionals. We need them. looking at the agenda 111 projects they are aiming at completing, we might have it, but if we don't have the right professionals, the doctors, the nurses, it can't operationalize. So recruiting them is a very good call, and it's a very good step. So I think the review is the right step in the right direction, but the issue is 3 days, is it enough?
Is it enough? And what would you say about their improvement in the health sector as compared to the previous years? Do you think that they've done tremendously well?
This current government?
Yes, this current government.
Okay, when it comes to the health sector, as I said initially, we still have a lot of loopholes. But compared to the previous, I would say, to the previous years, I would say they are doing well.
They are doing their best.
But when, honestly speaking, looking at the health sector, the only issue is no birth syndrome. That is what is running on the lips of almost everyone.
Yeah.
No birth syndrome. But aside that, everything is going on well.
Yeah, so there's going to be a 3-day review when it comes to our health sector. And when they get to your district or when they get to your constituency, make sure that you voice out. You tell the minister the challenges you are facing in your community and also in the regional hospitals and what you think they can do better to improve our health sector. We are the government. We are the reason they are in power. So we should be able to air our views so that they will be able to work on that. Moving on the issue of legal vacation again. Upon Nkrumah sues Chief Justice over selective justice. Kojo Upon Nkrumah has gone to the Supreme Court to challenge the decision by Chief Justice Paul Bafo-Boni to direct selected High Court judges to continue hearing certain criminal cases during the legal vacation. The case was filed on Friday, with the Chief Justice and the Attorney General, Dr. Dominic Ayeni, named as defendants. Mr. Upon Nkrumah is asking the Supreme Court to determine whether the administrative warrants issued by the Chief Justice are consistent with the 1992 Constitution. His main concern is that while some criminal cases have been selected to continue during the legal vacation, other criminal cases will not receive the same treatment. He argues that this could amount to selective justice and creates an unfair distinction between accused persons whose cases are being heard and those whose cases remain pending. The legal vacation runs from August 1st to September 30th, although certain courts and judges can continue dealing with specified matters during the period. Importantly, Mr. Upon Nkrumah says he is not challenging the Chief Justice's constitutional responsibility to administer the judiciary. His argument is that administrative powers must be still exercised within the limits of the Constitution. He is therefore asking the Supreme Court to declare that the warrant directing selected judges to hear the specified criminal cases during the vacation are unconstitutional and should be declared null and void. The case comes amid an ongoing debate over whether criminal trials should still continue during legal vacation and the extent to which the Chief Justice can direct such proceedings. So on the issue of legal vacation again, and this time around we are hearing from Upon Nkrumah, who has sued the Chief Justice and also the Attorney General, and they are asking the Supreme Court to determine whether the administrative warrants issued by the Chief Justice are consistent with the 1992 Constitution. Kamike Bibi, but you know, Miss Devi.
Yes, so sometimes I wonder whether these people do not understand the law, or maybe they don't really know what the law says. Yes, so legal vacation, as we said, I think we spoke about this the previous week, right? So the vacation thing, like according to the Constitution or the law, it states that lawyers can go on break, okay, and the break is in 2 sessions. We have that of the Easter, that one is short, and then the longer one has to do with the September to August to September, yes, and that has to do with a whole whooping 1 month. So you see, that is what the law states. You need to go on break, and the law also states that cases that involves criminal cases that will need a lawyer to go more into details, maybe filing reports, getting people on board, it is not being dealt with when they are on vacation. So they deal with issues that does not involve like criminal cases, like hard issues, difficult issues that will need maybe 2 to 3 lawyers, that will need like everybody to be in court. Okay, in as much as we have the vacation judge and we have the vacation lawyers who are also in court to ensure that cases are being sought out, those cases are not cases that are deep cases. And then I made mention a size example like the Dubois case, like the NSS scandals, like scandals like that are not supposed to be looked into when the lawyers are on vacation. But the same law also states in Article 144 Clause 2 of the 1992 Constitution that the CJ still have the right or the authority, the authority to affect court vacation, which directly affect lawyers. So in as much as the law states that you can go on vacation, the same law is stating that the CJ has the right to tell you that you can be on vacation but still report to work. So are you trying to argue with the authority of the CJ? Yes, we understand that we are humans. And I remember that when this first issue popped out and then we spoke here, my first submission was that we are humans. Sometimes you get tired, you need to rest, and that is nature. If you try to cheat nature, we can all attest to the fact that when you don't sleep on time and then you wake up the next morning, when you're feeling sleepy, and then you feel like, no, you want to be stubborn. This work, I have to do it. You are writing and you are sleeping. By the time you realize you've written like nonsense, whatever you've written, does not tally. Because nature states that at this time you need to sleep. If your body keeps reacting that I'm tired, relax. That is it. So we understand the fact that when nature calls, you need to respond. But here lies the case. The law has been stated that you can go on vacation, we understand. But the same law also states that the CJ who oversees supersede all of you can still halt the process, and there is nothing you can do. So with Kojo upon Kuma, I don't know, I don't want to say maybe he's saying this based on political what is called political point on that. I don't want to say that, but then I mean this whole issue is bringing back and forth, and day in day out there are new issues that are popping up from this same vacation issue, because you see something that has been done consistently, like the normal status quo, and then you want to change it, it becomes so difficult to adjust. But you have nothing to do. The overall boss is telling you that you're on break, come back to work. There is nothing you can do. And then when you listen to Justice Rimsai, he stated that you coming to work does not specifically mean that you can even appear in court to stand in for your people, but you can ensure that the evidences and the materials needed for the judge to give his verdict, or for maybe the vacation lawyers to take up the process, everything is in place, everything is order. Like you supervise all those stuff. Yes. So I think this issue, and there's a lot of explanation, because if people are supposed to understand it and not understanding it, then I don't know. Because I don't know what to say again.
Because I'm still thinking about what the deal. The problem it is with the minority, because per what I have here, which is order 79-1, it says that the Chief Justice may schedule hearings during vacation as needed. And per my readings, legal vacations are actually for the judges and not lawyers. Not for the lawyers, because the lawyers are not employees of the court. It is actually your client that employs a lawyer to bring to the court. The lawyer is a partner to the court, but not an employee of the court. If I don't employ you to come and hear my case, you will not come, right? You will not come. So, and just as I have read, the Chief Justice may schedule that certain cases should be heard. And I don't know what the problem it is with the NPP. I don't know if it's because this issues are actually targeted to their appointees, their former appointees when they were in government. Ms. Regina? Yeah, I think last time you gave a very clear definition of this, whereas you use a photographer as an example, that if I don't employ you, automatically you've given yourself a vacation.
Yeah. So I'm happy with the fact that you made mention of the legal vacation is mainly for judges / the court and not for lawyers.
Not for lawyers.
So lawyers would still have to be on, should I say, on desk to make sure that things are running smoothly. So the legal vacation is from, is it August 1st to 30th, September 30th. Okay. Now, with upon Nkrumah's suing, we sue the Chief Justice. It is only the Supreme Court that can give a final verdict on this. And I'm hoping that we would hear from the Supreme Court. And also, looking at the Chief Justice decision as to if they can, the reason why they can halt the legal vacation. It states here that matters involving people who have been in custody for a very long time, cases approaching statutory deadlines, or cases where there are other compelling reasons for expedited hearing. These are the reasons they give as to why probably the Chief Justice can halt the vacation and proceed with whatever hearings. And per my research, constitutionally, it is right. It is not wrong because he's the Chief Justice. And looking at the reasons they gave per the Constitution, it is acceptable. Probably, let's say, per the with the decision he took, if it hadn't gone,
the first one was right. If it hadn't gone slow.
If it hadn't gone,
it's like if, right. It's as if like if it hadn't
gone that way.
That one.
It's not your language.
It is not my language is away. If it didn't go per the Constitution,
right,
that is where the problem comes in. So with the lawyers themselves, I think they need to go back to their drawing board and ask very well, the legal vacation, is it for us, or is it for the court, or is it for the judges? Simple as ABC. We wouldn't be having this banter, but let's wait for the Supreme Court. At the end of the day, they'll give us the final verdict.
But you as a lawyer, dear, you can choose to go on vacation at any time.
Yes.
Someone will bring you a case and you'll be like, oh, nah, I want to rest for so and so, maybe this particular period, so due to that I'm not going to be taking cases. It's not the court that actually gives you the cases. People employ you to take up the cases. Well, as Ms. Regina has said, that the onus lies on the Supreme Court to give its final verdict, and then we will find out if legal vacation is for judges or for lawyers as well. Thank you so much for joining us right here on the News Review. Up next, we have Today in History with Ms. Regina Bliss.
Bringing you Today in History and some global observances live on GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. Today, 1960, Gabon Independence Day. To mark the country's freedom from French colonial rule, it is the most important national holiday in Gabon, featuring official parades, military displays, traditional dancing and community celebrations. Moving on, in 1992, the Southern African Development Community was officially launched in Windhoek, Namibia, when the SADC Declaration and Treaty were signed. It transformed the earlier Southern African Development Coordination Conference, which had existed since 1980. 1862, U.S. Dakota War begins in Minnesota. The U.S. Dakota War of 1862 began in southwestern Minnesota on August 17 to 18th, sparked by broken government promises, delayed annuity payments, and severe starvation. Dakota bands launched attacks at Action Township and the Lower Sioux Agency along the Minnesota River Valley. Moving on, 1945, Indonesia Independence Day, when Sukarno and Muhammad Hatta proclaimed Indonesia's independence from Japanese occupation, marking the birth of the modern Republic of Indonesia. To some few global observances, today is National I Love My Feet Day. It is a special day to appreciate how hard our feet work each and every day and to practice good foot hygiene. Get a relaxing massage or wear more comfortable shoes. A quick look at why our feet need extra care and how a simple routine can prevent long-term issues. Lastly, National Non-Profit Day, to recognize the profound community impact of non-profit organizations, founders, volunteers, and donors. The date commemorates the enactment of the Tariff Act of 1894, which first introduced federal income tax exemptions for charitable institutions. And that's all for today on Today in History and some global observances live on GhanaTalks Breakfast Show.
Thank you so much, Miss Regina Bless, for global observances and Today in History. Up next, we have Debbie's Grill.
Welcome to Debbie's Grill, where we talk about issues that matter to the state, void of politics, fear or favor. One person is declared dead whilst 8 others sustain injuries following a head-on collision involving a water tanker and Toyota Voxy at Tipa Junction on the Kaswa-Winneba Road. The accident occurred on Saturday, August 15, leaving several occupants trapped and injured following the impact. Firefighters from the Ghana National Fire Service at the Bujumbura Fire Station were dispatched to the scene to rescue the victims and provide emergency assistance. The emergency team successfully rescued 8 injured persons and transported them to the Mother and Child Hospital in Kaswa for medical treatment. However, one of the victims later died from injuries sustained in a crash. The collision caused significant damage to both vehicles, and the 2 vehicles suffered extensive damage around each engine compartment. The identities of the deceased and injured victims have not yet been disclosed. Circumstances leading to the head-on collision also remain unclear, with further details expected as investigation continues. Now, I think there is one thing that we don't really pay attention to, and this morning I want to draw your attention to it, and that has to do with the recent accident that is happening on our roads. It's very bad, very, very bad. The previous one that happened at the barrier Ablekuma stretch was very bad. I mean, you cannot even the videos, the pictures and the video was sent to me, but I couldn't watch. I can't. I mean, I don't have that heart, that big heart to see those videos. I can't. And you see, the challenge is one. It's just one. Let's accept the fact that one, our roads are bad, and secondly, our drivers sometimes drive recklessly, and the third one has to do with the right authorities that are supposed to ensure that the right thing is being done on our roads. They don't do it. So when we take the Ablekuma Strait, the accident that happened there, it is a result of an abobo ya that was parked right on the street. Why are you parking a vehicle where you're not supposed to park? I don't even know whether to call it a vehicle or half vehicle. You're not supposed to park where you've parked. You know fully well that is not where you're supposed to park, and then you left it there. Now the police who are supposed to ensure that those vehicles are being taken off, and also to straighten those people that where you've parked the vehicle, you're not supposed to park there. We don't see them. We see them on our street, but we don't see them. It's as if they don't exist, but they are there. And 90% of our roads do not have traffic light. The traffic light that have been erected on the street are not functioning properly. And all these are petty things that we don't pay attention to. I remember the last time we went to Barrier, Kaswa. The road was bad. Like, it was bad. It was very, very bad. And sometimes I wonder how these people cross. And when we interview these people, the number of people that die on a daily basis on that stretch is uncountable. It's uncountable. And so we ask them why. Is it that the government is not aware? Is it that we don't they've not been a representative from the Ministry of Roads coming around to interact with these people? They said they've been coming there, but the situation remains the same. And sometimes I wonder, you see, that is why sometimes I don't blame these people when we go to interview them. They don't want to even talk because they feel like they've talked. This is something that they've talked on like for several times. And the issue is still the same. And you see, the most painful aspect is that the stretch are being used by our leaders. They use that stretch every day. It's that they don't see it, or they see it and they just feel like, yeah. Or what is the challenge? Like, we want to know. You know, sometimes it is good to sit with your child, you see, one-on-one, explain things for them to understand. Maybe there are things going on that we do not know. The barrier road, it's bad though. It's bad. I don't know how long we are going to fold our hands and then watch people die before we take action. I don't know. Because see, you need to be very, 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 very vigilant to cross. You can't even cross. And one incident they were narrating to us how one young man lost his leg because of this whole accident. And I mean, maybe you might not understand what I'm saying, but if you live in that area, you understand what I'm telling you. When you go to our page, we've posted a video. You just go and see it for yourself and see how bad the road is. But we are not talking about it. We are not saying anything. First off, we don't even construct our roads well. We construct road and then within a pace of 3-4 years, we are reconstructing roads again. And when these roads get bad, the ordinary citizens who pay taxes day in, day out needs to be calling on the government to say, oh, me fra, till they take action. And sometimes they'll wait till, about 1,000 people are dead before they'll take action. But you see, issues like this or challenges like this are problems that we can solve. We don't need to wait till it causes us, intense damage before we take action. We can solve it. And you see those reckless drivers, I don't blame them all. Sincerely speaking, I don't blame them because the police officers who are supposed to do the right thing, they are not doing it. And they end up taking money. Regardless of whether you are driving a vehicle, whether you are driving a tipper truck, whether you are on a motorbike, if the traffic light says red, you need to stop. But these motor riders do not obey traffic lights. And then it's like, you see the police standing there, not just say, oh, they don't even care. And these are the people that needs to be arrested, but we don't arrest them. Then they end, now traffic, road and traffic, they brought out a new directive. I saw it this morning and I was happy, but then I was questioning myself whether this is going to, we can sustain this. They brought out a new directive, or shall I say a new initiative, where a driver can record a police officer without his knowing, or Jessica. You get it? Oh goodness, I want to find this. Yes, so drivers can now use their phones to record interactions with police officers during traffic stops. So according to the director of the West African Regional Center of CAT International, the new traffic rules, he explained that the provision is intended to promote transparency and accountability during police-citizens encounters on the road. He also noted that the ability to record interactions will help protect both the drivers and officers and provide documented evidence in cases of dispute. Now, I wouldn't even go far. Saturday I was in Accra and in a vehicle. When we got in a vehicle, I don't know what happened. The driver did something, and then I was taking the video. I didn't get it clearly, and then the driver told the maid that, "Oh, pay 20 cedis, mommy." Immediately I heard 20 cedis, I knew something was going on. Then I saw the driver the police officer standing closer to the driver. And you know what happened? Now they don't give the money out, so they put it in a ID. I can't say the ID. Shall I say box? Oh no, not box. The ID card where you fix in your cards and all that. You see, there is something like a folder, some small folder. So the driver placed the money inside and gave the folder to the police officer. And the police officer took out the money, fixed it in his pocket, and then gave back the small folder to the driver. And I was like, look at it, just look at this. And that is why sometimes these drivers get that vigor, okay, to do what they do, in as much as they know that whatever they are doing is wrong. They this inner booster that pushes them to do whatever they do, because they feel like even if I do it and I give this police officer 50 cedis, they will allow me to go. Now when we take 50 cedis, I don't know how much they take, but I can estimate that maybe 3,000 plus cedi at least. That is, let's just assume that, I mean, police officers take like 3,000 in a month. 50 cedis, compare 50 cedis to 3,000. 50 cedis to 3,000 because of 50 cedis. And so, like, they take their 50 cedis as if their whole life depends on it. But at the end of the month, you are being paid. You are deployed on the street because they want you to ensure that the right thing is being done to save the lives of people. One motor rider nearly killed me because of this same issue. I did not saw red or see. And we know that when the traffic light is red, as I said, whether you are a motor rider, whether you are riding a vehicle, you need to stop, because that is what it says. Unless you want to tell me that you don't know what the light means, what red means, what yellow means, and what green means. Meant, because when it's red, you need to wait. That is the rule. Wait. Whether you're riding bicycle or motor, you have to wait, because that is the time where pedestrians also cross the street. But when the traffic light is red, that is when these reckless motor riders know that they will drive. They don't even obey the traffic, and then you see a police officer standing right, and they don't care. And so the only thing you see them doing, that they'll move their motor and then follow them. And it's bad. This is causing accident day in, day out. You will see a vehicle parked where they are not supposed to park. You will see a whole vehicle, a whole tipper truck parked on pavement where pedestrians are supposed to walk. They've parked the vehicle there. I don't know where they are expecting pedestrians to walk, whether they should walk in the middle of the street, whether they should be flying in the air. These are things that needs to be taken into consideration, and the drivers needs to be arrested. And I remember when I confronted one of the drivers, and I was like, it is wrong. This is nowhere. This is not a parking lot. You don't park here. Why are you parking here? But we have the people who are supposed to ensure that the right thing is being done. They are not doing it. And you see, that is why we keep recording accidents every day. And it's bad. It is bad. The Ministry of Roads needs to wake up. MTTD, they need to wake up. Our police officers, they need to wake up, because they are sleeping. I don't know for how long we are going to keep quiet and watch people die out of mistake that can be prevented. Let's wake up and do the right thing. And for the barrier road, Kaswa barrier road, it's bad though. It's bad. Please, the Ministry of Road, we are begging you. We are begging you. We are pleading. I wish I can even lie down for you to see, so that you know how serious the issue is. We are begging you, please, let's do the right thing, for the sake of the ordinary citizen. Thank you for making time with me on the Miss Girl.
Thank you so much, Mr. B, for that, girl. And thank you too for joining us right here on the first segment of the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. We'll be going for the news shortly, and right after that, we'll be back for the second segment. Please take
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with Ghana Talks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With Ghana Talks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. Ghana Talks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
Ghana Talks Radio, UK, Abrochimemu, era from Ghana Muha at the sound system, which is spinning machine papa, a free amana nearby begu among Ghana Muha. It is a year, we engagement, we wedding, we birthday party. Political parties are more rally, some way more crusade. So we'll book carnival or any kind of event. Now we'll pay spinning machine papa a boss sound in the moon at the dia any may come for GTR sounds at the MAO. Your live band in so I would tone sa at the frame ye beat me about the bois. Ama would you media woody and so at me I come up. Yawa enkan pupuni mantemo anya aponchi hotel a hope pepe ena yebutu odi anse wo be frɛ mpanifo ɛwɔ 0546960510 GTR sounds emu ode angaza.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials. From Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bless,
Deborah Adoso,
and I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
We bring you local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news. Right here on GTR.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to the morning news update on Ghana Talks Radio. Coming up this morning, Central Regional Minister proposes National Sanitation Fund to address flooding crisis. Archbishop Duncan Williams requests prayers for Gold Port as it battles powerful forces against its reform. Also in the news, Peki Senior High Technical School seeks urgent intervention to combat challenges facing the school. In business, government exceed target by 88% interest rate in Treasury bill auction. We've got full details on these stories and many others coming up right after this. So our first story, drivers in Ghana can now use their phones to record interactions with police officers during traffic stops. According to Director of the West Africa Regional Center of CAT International, the new road traffic rules, he explained that the provision is intended to promote transparency and accountability during police-citizen encounters on the road. He noted that the ability to record interactions will help protect both drivers and officers, and as well as provide documented evidence in cases of dispute and misconduct. Legal expert says the admissibility of such recordings in court could strengthen due process and deter abuse of power during traffic enforcement. The new directive forms part of broader effort to improve road safety, enforce traffic regulations, and build public trust in law enforcement.
So I think people have been, there's a rule that people, when you are stopped by the police for overspeeding or crossing the red light, people tend to negotiate, do some negotiating on the roadside, and the state is not able to even document those offenses. And if you are found of committing such offense at a certain threshold, the law also will require that your license be revoked or you are allowed to go for training or suspended. So by bringing this automation, the authorities will have access to the data. So if you, Samson, you always cross the red light 6 times within 20, I think the law provides within, within some time frame.
Yeah, I think 6 times.
Yes.
Okay.
If you do so, then you've crossed the threshold, your license will be revoked, and then you may have to start a process. Now, it's also going to allow police not to take you to the police station, because sometimes somebody will cross the red light and the police officer manning the road will just sit in the car and say, okay, let's go to the police station. While the police leave that particular side, there is no police officer on the road again. So this also allows the police the best use of their resources. And again, by using this technology, it also allows for evidence in court. Now, the law is even saying that when the police officer stops you, you can use your phone to record the interaction, and that can be admitted in court as an evidence. So if police officer stops you and you are recording the interaction with your phone and the police officer says no, tell the police officer that please, this is the law. And if he does anything, you continue. All those things are part of the evidence in case you have a good case against them.
Elsewhere, they are supposed to have the body cams that would have taken all this evidence.
Yes, I mean, we'll get there, but not, we must not do it in a day. But I mean, now we've seen that the new IGP, we've seen a lot of progress in.
The Central Regional Minister's proposed establishment of a dedicated National Sanitation Fund to help tackle persistent flooding in the region. In an interview, he said budgetary allocations are inadequate to deal with mountain drainage challenges. The proposal adds to growing calls for the government to prioritize sanitation and flood prevention as part of national development.
Yes, my Obiata today. Accounting to the people, no, or your job of Central Region. You can't come and mobile power, so could be. Now, what some by the way could be said, the be the mean. So, this are buying pandy, or a dropper, not a buying the brewer, not a buying say what's accounting to the people, or the apple bad, or my payment, that boy, the year with it. Oh, my yeah, a man, I didn't know Philly, and then well, Philly. I don't to about maybe don't I and then when they were the chinching could be said about sanitation, woman, just 10% of the common fund. Here, what do the two to be more than so?
Maybe it is an MC camera. And then never say and put to a channel, Yensa Antiminka.
Founder and General Overseer of Action Chapel International, Nicholas Duncan Williams, has called for prayers for Ghana Goat Board. In an interview, the renowned clergyman said Goat Board's mandate to sanitize and regulate goat trading is being challenged by what he described as an interest opposed to reforms in the goat firm. According to him, the work of Goat Board is critical to protecting Ghana's goat, increasing revenue and ensuring transparency. He urged faith leaders to support the board in prayers as it carried out its duties.
That we need to pray for the gold ball. And I'll tell you why. With what I was told by this sheikh and the calls I have that they can't get the gold like before illegally, so they want some channels to the gold ball so they can purchase the gold down from the gold ball. It's clear to me that the gold ball is dealing with a very powerful movement. People very, very established who knows and understand the field and how to do this and don't want the right thing to be done. In the name of politics, we are destroying the future of our children and our grandchildren. So I'm going to dedicate a lot of time today for us to intercede for our nation, because I'm concerned about some things. And I am not speaking as a prophet, as much as some may be prophetic. I am speaking as a student of prophecy and a student of history. I take time to study history a lot, and some things are bothering me. And one of them is how we are managing the future of our children and our grandchildren when it comes to our water bodies, when it comes to the land that produces crop and the food we eat. We are poisoning the land. There are so many things we are doing. If you look at the way we are running our society as a country, a nation, the future is in trouble. And I'll indulge you to allow me speak to you for some few minutes, and let's spend quality time interceding. I don't normally do this, interceding for country. This is very, very important, because this illegal mining thing, I just remember yesterday the ship and what they were telling me, that the amount of illegal gold that they bought, and they had records of it, but Ghana didn't have a record of it. The one Ghana had a record of was what the government sold, but the one Ghana didn't have a record of was more than what Ghana sold to them. And they have all the record and we don't. So for whatever reason, it looks like the rules and the laws are not working. Because if anybody tries to make it work and enforce the law, we turn everything to politics. And if you don't do what I want, next time I will vote for you. And so because people don't want to lose their seat in parliament, or they don't want their party to lose, they give it and allow lawlessness to continue. Lift up your hands, say, Heavenly Father.
The problem confronting Peki Senior High Technical School in the Volta region has escalated beyond the capacity of school's pioneers to resolve. Assembly member for Peki Jogbati made the appeal while urging all parties to prioritize the well-being of the school.
I used to go to the compound because I'm residing in the town and I'm teaching in one of the basic schools. I do visit the school, and most of the challenges that is facing the school, I have an interaction with the headmaster. He lays some of them before me. I put it across to the old students, and we to realize that some of the problems are beyond the handling of the old students. Essentially, I and my colleagues, we had an encounter with an NGO, and we supplied the school with 50 computers, both the secondary school and the secondary technical. So both schools were supplied with 50 computers each, where the old student union put money into the renovation of the computer lab together with the school management. After that, there were other challenges. Old students used to provide some items to the dining hall in terms of the jars that they use for their breakfast. And when we look at the furniture situation for the teachers, we do help in a way. Then PCA also comes in. But then the situation right now was tabled before the DCE, or the Southern District Assembly, which is the toilet facility. And the budget was approved. That was last year for the construction of a 12-unit modern toilet. But due to unavailability of funds, the project couldn't start on time. And as of now, so does not be cut for the project to commence. But then we are in August, approaching September, where we will be having heavy rains in this area. And when the rain sets in right now, there's going to be a total spread of disease. So we thought it wise as an old student body to try everything within our power to get authorities involved so that they help in solving the situation before the rain sets in. That is why the media has to come in. I also want to say on authority, yes, because after the publication of the issues, people started reading political, or we want to distance ourselves from that. The headmaster wasn't in agreement, though the situation is not happy that he's having the situation, but we all know the situation in this country whereby if you are not careful in exposing certain things, your head will be on the table. So once we approached him, when Salasi was there, the headmaster, he said it, that even the head and the school authorities declined to speak to the media. And I went there as an old student, and I took him around the compound to see exactly the situation on ground. So we are appealing to the general public that they should not bring politics into this. We are talking about the welfare of students, our future leaders, those who are going to lead this country tomorrow.
In response, the Volta Regional Director of Education has assured that Peki Senior High Technical School remains on the radar of the Ghana Education Service and government as part of effort to improve technical education.
I have been there. I visited them 3 weeks ago, and I went to monitor the situation there. Honestly, there is a new project that has been given them, the boys' dormitory, with sanitary facilities, and then the house masters bungalow, all packaged in that facility that they have for them. And also, there is an uncompleted project, dining hall project for them that is there. So I even spoke with a gentleman at Get Fund in that about the project. And he promised to come and take a look at it and support them. When I went there, one of their structures has been ripped off. And I quickly consulted NADMO, and they helped with one bundle of roofing sheets, and we fixed that one. I would say that the high enrollment issue at Peki Senior High Technical is as a result of the craze for technical education of late. So the enrollment is high because everybody wants his or her ward to have a blend of technical and then grammar education. Hence, we have that high enrollment. But government is doing what it can do to support them so that they can at least meet them halfway. Since we have 68 schools in Volta region, and this year alone we have gotten several projects in our schools. Dining hall and kitchen, dormitories, bungalows for teachers and headmasters, and others. So Peki Senior High School has not been left out. But you see, as Oliver Twist will always ask for more because the problems have not been created overnight. And so time must be taken to address them. And for me, I always say that it is not only about government, but we have other stakeholders who can also support in the interim while government comes in to support. So parents are also there, they must support the meetings, the environment, the community in which we are, and other stakeholders like the CSOs and the NGOs must come in. So in the region, we are doing our best to support them. But it's only that our support is not big enough to end the challenges in Peki Senior High Technical.
In business, the government exceeded its treasury bill target by 88% as investor interest rose sharply. According to auction results by the Bank of Ghana, government got a significant 11.2 Ghana cedis from the investors. The government, however, accepted about 4.48 billion Ghana cedis of the bid. The 91-day bill overtook 364-day bill as the most patronized short-term instrument. About 5 billion Ghana cedis of the bids were tendered responded, representing 44.9% of the total bids. A little above 4.0 billion of the bids were accepted. The 364-day bill received bids worth 4.9 billion. The uptake was, however, 289.70 million. The 182-day bill received bids of 1.28 billion. A little above 526 million was accepted. Meanwhile, interest rate tumbled across the yield curve. The yield on the 91-day bill went down by 16 basis points to 5.46%. That of 182-day bill also dropped to 7.27% from the previous week's 7.57%. Similarly, the yields on 364-day fell by 48 basis points to 12.50%. To sports, Ghanaian boxer John Laye was disqualified in the featherweight title eliminator against Maximiliano Robledo in Buenos Aires on Saturday night. Laye started the match well, frustrating Robledo with his movement and occasionally landing power punches. However, his resolve was broken in the third round when he walked into a round hook and landed on the canvas. He recovered briefly, only to be sent to the canvas again in the fifth round. The fifth round, Robledo inflicted further punishment, and just like before, Laye's legs could not support him as he was knocked down again. After the third knockdown, the expensive boxer, as he is affectionately called, flirted with disqualification with a series of low blows. He was eventually disqualified in the ninth round for resorting to low blows. On global update, an estimated $50 million ransom paid to a free hostage seized by Al-Qaeda-linked militant in Mali in the late 2025 has helped fund the advances across West Africa and their group's global network, United experts revealed. The new United Nations report detailing the use of the ransom did not identify the hostage, but says who had made the payment. Three regional sources identified the country having made the payment as the United Arab Emirates. The sources said an Emirates citizen as well as two of other foreigners who had been kidnapped but were not referenced in the United Nations report were freed after money changed hands. It did not explain how it had been done, but in response to the questions about the kidnapping and ransom payment, United Arab Emirates official did not address specifics of the case, but said the country was unwavering in condemning and countering extremism and terrorism. Large portion of the money went to fighters operating in the Sahel region, but some also flowed to the Al-Qaeda in Yemen and the organization's core leadership, which is likely to be done in Iran. The two other hostages freed were from Pakistan and Iran, two regional security sources said. Without detailing ransom payment, the Pakistani and Iranian government did not respond to requests for comment. However, United Nations report written by a team that monitors Al-Qaeda and Islamic State on behalf of the United Nations was presented to UN Sanctions Committee behind closed doors last week, a source with direct knowledge told Reuters. It is dated August 10 but appeared on UN's website the following day. The findings underscore how a single ransom payment can reshape the finances and reach of a militant network. With Al-Qaeda's strongest affiliate now in Africa, the cash injection has bolstered fighters who have expanded across several West African countries and challenged governments backed by Russian forces, regional security officials, and military experts. They have become an increasingly significant partner for Mali's military-led government, expanding trade and investment links, and also a key destination for gold produced by Mali's informal miners. Janim has 7,000 to 8,000 fighters in African Sahel region, half of whom are in Mali. The report said the Al-Qaeda-linked Sahel fighters operate across territory in Mali, Burkina Faso and Niger, as well as Benin and Togo to the south, while helping support Al-Qaeda more broadly. And that's how we end it for now on the morning news update. Do well to log on to all streaming platforms, as well as logging on to our website at www.GhanaTalksRadio.com for more news stories. I am Deborah Adol, so do have a good morning.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with Ghana Talks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With Ghana Talks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. Ghana Talks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bless,
Deborah Adoso,
and I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bless,
Deborah Adoso,
and I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
Wake up, Ghana. Your morning star, right? News, views, inspiration, and great conversations. From Accra to the world, we bring the fresh stories, fresh energy every morning, full of fire and glory. Rise and shine, come join the line. Your day begins when the voices align. Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Your daily dose, here we go. Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Only on Ghana Talks Radio. Turn it up and stay tuned for the talk that moves you and keeps your heart in tune. From the traffic to the trends, we got something for your day. Every voice, every vision, lighting up the way.
This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Your daily dose, here we
morning to you once again, and you're welcome to the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show right here on Ghana Talks Radio. This is your favorite online radio station. You can carry along wherever you go. Remember that you're streaming live on Facebook at Ghana Talks Radio TV, on YouTube at Ghana Talks Radio, and also on X at Ghana Talks Radio. Do well to join us this morning on the Breakfast Show. Let's get into the details. Let's get into the issues of what is trending in the world of politics, social issues, or any other issue that is of interest and relevance to the audience. You can send your suggestions, your opinion, and what you think to what we'll be discussing this morning. We'll do well to read them back to you. Thank you once again for joining us. Right, this is the second segment of the morning show, and you know how we do it. I don't do it alone, but we come along with knowledgeable guests who are going to be delving into the issues for discussion. And this morning, they are going to be sharing insights, more details, what they think, their opinions as well. You can also be a member of that by dropping your comments in the comment section. And this morning, it's good to have in the studios with me Mr. Eugene Riafe, who is the NDC Communications Team member and also the NDC Constituency Deputy Secretary for Ablekuma South. Good morning to you, Mr. Eugene, and you are welcome to the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
Good morning, and thank you very much. Let me say a very big good morning to your listeners, and also apologize to them for last week. I couldn't stay till the end of the program.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so good morning also to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the focused president who has his eyes on the mandate he has been given, and then he is focusing on his job. I would also like to greet my party leadership from national to branch, and also congratulate our new branch executives that we've elected.
Oh, okay.
And to also encourage them that 24th October, they should look at the work of their current executives and then vote accordingly. Since I'm here and then this station falls within the Anyasotom constituency, I would like to greet the constituency secretary and his deputy for Anyasotom, Comrade Edem and then Comrade Siao. I know that 24th October, there are people who maintain them, and then things will go well just like it's going.
Right, so you've already started your elections and also reorganization?
Yes, we are done with branch.
You are done with
on the 24th October, we'll do
the
constituency.
The constituency.
Yes, and then in November, we'll do region, and December, we'll do national.
Oh, okay.
So next year, we'll do presidential and parliamentary primaries.
Oh, okay. So that means that by the end of this year, we should be knowing who the flag bearer is.
The flag bearer will go into next year.
We'll go into next year.
That is next year.
Oh, okay.
It's the first quarter next year.
Oh,
we'll get our flag bearer and then parliamentary candidates.
Okay. We wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Yeah, I also read that you are the secretary for...
Yeah, deputy secretary for Ablekuma South.
Sure. How has the journey been so far?
Oh.
Is it newly elected?
No. Last 4 years. And
okay.
And then they'll be returning me this year too.
You are very positive.
Because of my good works.
Oh, nice.
Yes, because of my good works and then how I've served the party with the mandate they've given me.
Okay.
The retention is inevitable.
All right. Yeah. We wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And we hope that they remember the good works you have done.
Sure.
And they vote for you again to lead them. Right. Over the weekend, there was a whole lot of issues going on with the issue of KFC. Did you benefit from it? Or you don't have KFC at your...
So I was going out around 3 p.m.
3 p.m.?
Yeah, and then the traffic at Kev was unusual.
Which is Ablekuma Kev?
Yes, Ablekuma Kev was unusual. Not knowing the crowd there was too much.
And they've taken over the street.
I tell you.
Wow.
I tell you, the filling station, the street, and then... So it's made the traffic slow.
Oh.
But I watched things on social media after us, and then I said, so for this, some of the parks, they have only about 4 or 5 chips with 2 small chickens inside.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, yes, I watched some on social media, and it has about 4 chips, 4. That slice, I tell you. So I said, so this is what people are killing themselves for.
And but people really got a lot of good stuffs. like in large quantity?
Yeah, I think it will depend on the time you get there.
Okay.
When they saw that the pressure was mounting, then they have to reduce certain things and then.
Right, but looking at all this situation, would you say that they were anticipating the crowd?
I'm not sure they anticipated this number.
Yes. They knew people would come.
Yes,
but the
numbers.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, but because if they knew, they should have prepared. Let's say, a tent. Not it shouldn't be only in their cubicle. Just do a tent outside or so that they can to contain the numbers. But I don't think they were expecting the numbers. Yes.
And you know,
they don't know that Ghana, we don't joke with free things. Yes, we don't joke with
and someone says that when they come out and they are also trying to, make this a political issue, that President John Dramani Mahama came and people are hungry, looking at the numbers that
at least their food is not free. If you can get 15 cedis to buy KFC, and then some people in the queue, they didn't buy one.
Yeah.
So some bought 2, some bought 4, some bought 5, and so it's not about aircom. It's about people who want to experience KFC for the. I know that majority of the people in the queue, they want to experience what this KFC is all about, because at 75 they can't buy. So when it's 15, let me try
it
and then see. Yeah. So
I
don't think it's that and you know how people the opposition will come there. They are kind and level of politics. They should advance and move forward.
They should advance and move forward. So that was the Buhara that happened on Saturday. KFC celebrated its 15 years anniversary ever since they came to, I think, Ghana.
Yeah,
15 years ever since
they
came to Ghana. If you see the crowd here, hey, and yeah, girl, and go for me too. You want to me cotton and 30 cedis, me cotton and 50 cedis. Opa mento, opa also be joining queue in the cotton there. So I mean, Saturday was a whole lot of issue, a whole lot, and we thank God that we didn't record any injuries. At a point, we saw police officers being deployed to some branches of KFC to make sure that people are able to compose themselves and get their food, because that was the reason why they were there. If you're a benefactor of the KFC, you could that should tell us that you went through a whole lot of struggle to get the food. Right, away from KFC.
So
now,
before we go to the main issues, I briefly want to talk about the indiscipline on this road. Especially the drivers.
Which of the
road? To Accra, Ablekuma to the stretch.
Okay, what happened?
The stretch. You see, a lot of people are moving towards Manhia, Olebu, and those kinds. So the population there is very huge, making the transportation very scarce. So the drivers are taking advantage in the morning. Instead of charging the normal fares, they are charging their own fares. And I want to call on the transport minister and then those that matters. Some of these things, we expect the drivers that do not have station to do this.
Exactly.
But it is happening in the stations. Odoko station, from Odoko to Manya, is 7 cedi 50 pesos. But the cars load at Odoko station 10 cedis to Manya.
Oh,
which is illegal.
Is it because it's a station car?
I don't even know, because a station car should not do that. So the indiscipline, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. The transport minister, and then there is this uncle of mine who always complain about Circle to Banana Inn. They've also increased, and then they are charging their own fares. Please, we entreat the transport minister to take action. The GPRTU should put their feet down and then do what is right. Else we will come for them.
Else we will come for them. So that was from Mr. Eugene on the issue of indiscipline when it comes to our roads. And because they said there's been an increase in fuel prices and the government is not doing anything about it. So now they've taken action into their own hands to charge passengers.
So when there is increase in fuel prices, there is always process and then rules that they pass through to get what they want. And I remember the last time that they wanted to increase, they went to sit down with the Ministry of Transport. They did their calculation, and there was no need for increment. Just recently, when the prices were going up, the president ordered a 2 cedi reduction in the taxes, which has kept the price where it is. So why should you increase again? Why should you increase again?
They also complain about traffic, for the fact that if, let's say, a driver is supposed to go for 3 trips, or let's say 5 trips in a day, because of the traffic, they are unable to complete their target. So they go for, let's say, about 2 or 3.
So you don't charge the passengers for that. Or if there is need for increase, sit down with the transport ministry. There is traffic. This. Let's see what we can do about it.
Right.
But you don't take the law into your own hands and then charge your own fare.
Right.
For me, I think the ministry should take the radical way. We have Metromax buses. Just give Manhia 2 or Lebu 2. Let them run so that they will see if they will still be in business.
Right. And even the vehicles they brought just recently, due to the transport issue we had, these vehicles are actually going on long journey. I was thinking, or we thought, that the government was actually going to distribute these buses
so that it do intra-city,
rather than the long
the long
journeys.
We'll work on that. We'll just collaborate with some of the MCE so that they go to the ministries and then do the request based on MCE level.
Right.
Then we'll see if we can get help from there too.
Yeah, Ghana has actually been struggling with the whole transportation issues, because barely our train systems are not even working properly, because assuming it was, and it will help you, and it's even cheaper more than the car. So I think one thing the government has to look at is going to be the train system, and also the Okada riders are calling on the government to finalize the legalization of Okada, so that it could also be a means of transport and for people to go as well. But I don't know if you remember this. During the Christmas season, when we had this whole transportation issue, and we saw the deputy transport minister, who says that they are working tirelessly to make sure that our roads are clear, and also vehicles are moving freely without individuals or passengers finding it difficult to get vehicles. In Accra, the central city, the mayor of Accra, which is Papo, at a point deployed task force who were disciplined drivers who extort money from passengers. But it looks like after the Christmas season, these people are no longer working. Do you know why? Because assume if they should be there, the indiscipline you are talking about, it wouldn't have kept it completely, but would have seen certain results or improvements. Because now, when you bought a vehicle at La Paz to Ablekuma, you pay 6 to 7 cedis. But now they say it's 10 cedis. Even if you are light at market, it's 10 cedis. Even if you are light at Bayard, it's 10 cedis. And you know there's no car. You don't have a choice. You have to pick it that way. But it's a burden to the drivers and also the passengers as well. So we urge that if they can bring the task force back, why not?
Yeah, so that's what we are saying, that we'll work on. We'll work around all those. But you see, when there is competition, for me, I believe in competition. When there is competition, they will stop what they are doing. So what I believe will be best for us is we should get the Metromax, let it run alongside what they are doing. Yes, we know it will increase the traffic, because the number of cars on the street will increase and those kind of things. But it will also bring some sort of discipline in it.
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Yafe, on the issue of our transport system, and also urging the government that they should deploy buses to move internally rather than allowing those buses to go on a long journey. And we are still facing the transportation issues, shortages of cars, the traffic, and drivers extorting from passengers with high prices. ASM. we hope that the governments listen and take action with that. Away from the transport system, there's an issue trending, and I think this has been trending since last week, the issue of the legal vacation. We've seen some individuals, it's been reported that some individuals have sued and also petitioned the Chief Justice and also the Attorney General. And then just recently, which is on Friday, we saw Upon Nkrumah also suing the Chief Justice as well. Mr. Wiafe, what do you make of all this whole legal vacation, Buhara?
So, thank you very much for the opportunity once more. And then, on this topic of legal vacation, the question I ask myself is, what does the law say? So, the law that speaks on legal vacation is the CI 47, Order 79.
Yeah.
Order 70. You see, like I said earlier, that the NPP should just change their way of politics, this hypocrisy, and then it makes politics unattractive. It shouldn't be when you are in opposition, you always oppose anything and everything. The law today is there for everybody to read. Previously, the only people that we think they have wisdom in their heads are those that come on radio and TV. But today you can get everything and anything on your phone. CI 47, Order 79, which talks about sittings, office hours, and vacations. Rule 1, it is days and hours of sitting. So the Rule 1 says that, subject to the Courts Act 1993, Act 459, as amended, the Chief Justice may appoint any day, including vacations, for the hearing of causes of or matters of circumstances required. So the Chief Justice has been given the power to appoint any day, and it says that, and it was specific. It said the Chief Justice has the power, may appoint any day, including vacations. So even if there is vacation, the Chief Justice has the power to appoint that day for hearing. And then when you go to the Rule 4, which talks on vacations, the preamble says that subject to Rule 1, which I just read, Rule 1:1, the following periods shall be observed in the court as vacations. So these are the vacations, but all these days are subject to Rule 1:1, which says that the Chief Justice has the right to appoint any of these days to hear matters. And you are telling us that you are taking the Chief Justice. So what legs are you going to stand on? So you are going to stand on practice, what has been done for over the years. Meanwhile, the Constitution is giving us the guidelines. So should we, and our Constitution, Article 1 says that every law is under the Constitution. Every practice, everything that we've been doing over and over, it is subject to the Constitution. So are they trying to tell us that we should put the Constitution aside and then do what we've been practicing every day? So if we've been doing the wrong thing every day, we should keep doing the wrong thing because we want to buy time. But you see, I'm not surprised. They just want to buy time because their hypocrisy is clear. Do you know that the lawyers that are saying they are on vacation, Lawyer Tachan said he's on vacation, so he won't go
to that, he won't appear in court.
Do you know that after filing for the appeal
for
Wontumi,
right,
he also filed for bail pending the appeal?
Yes.
Do you know when he filed that appeal? That bail.
So I think that was
11th August.
11th August, yes.
which 11 target is it not part of the vacation?
Obviously.
So which judge does he want to hear that case?
Well, he mentioned that when it comes to the legal vacation, motions can be heard, but not substantive cases.
So the judge is on vacation. Who should come and hear the motion? The court is closed. They are on vacation. So you want them to open to come and hear your motion. But what the Chief Justice want, the case that the Chief Justice want to go on, you don't want it. But you see, they are just buying time. Just that they bought time in 2015. You know that this one to me case started in 2015. And then they bought time, and then NDC lost power in 2016. 2017, when they came to power, they awarded him judgment debt. This same case that he has been in prison, they awarded him judgment debt. So that's the practice. That is what they want to do with the hopes that they will be coming to power 2028. But Ghanaians are wise. You see, a case is leveled against you of causing financial loss to the state. In whose interest is it for the case to finish quickly? Is it not you that the case has been leveled against?
So which is the client? So
the client.
The client
and the client has hired you to be his lawyer. So it will be your duty as a lawyer that you make sure they fast track the case, finish early, and clear your client if your client is innocent.
Well,
because any day, every morning, your client's name is mentioned, and you want to drag the case for your client's name to be mentioned every day, every week, every month. So if I were that lawyer, if I were Thatcher and then all those lawyers that are arguing for, I will congratulate the Chief Justice and urge him that even all our cases should be fast tracked so that they will finish early for my client to be free. Because if you are a businessman and you have a case in court, the damage it does to your business cannot be talked about. You see, the damage it does to your business, your partners do not trust you. Your partners, they won't even mind you. So it will be your responsibility to quickly make sure that the case goes on and then it is cleared.
Right. So there have been comments from the public that as a lawyer, if you have faith or if you believe that you are going to win a particular case, are you not supposed to be excited even if the Chief Justice declares, or let's say says that some judges should stay back and then deal with those cases? Is that not something that they should be excited about? And if they are behaving this way, is that not a sign of them admitting that they are guilty?
That is what I'm saying right now, because the legal vacation is not for lawyers. It's for judges from High Court to Supreme Court. Even the magistrates court, they don't go on vacation.
Yeah, they go on an annual leave.
Yes.
Right.
So you, the lawyer, you don't go on vacation. So why should you? The person who the vacation is for said, okay, I'm ready to sit. And you that you are coming to defend your client. I don't just get what they are doing, and then so they can go to court and then try their luck and see what the court will say.
But do you think the Supreme Court will actually be rally behind the MP, which is Upon Koma, and also the individuals that have petitioned them?
I know the Supreme Court will speak the law. So what the law says is what the Supreme Court
Court will actually do. Are you of the view that legal vacation should be abolished so that judges can also take their leave just as we have in the smaller courts?
So for everything they put in the Constitution, they have reasons behind why they do that. Unless I get the reasoning behind the period they wrote the Constitution and then the CI and all those kind of things, and then compare it to currently, if the reasons are outmoded or it has outlived its usefulness, why not? We should change it then. But if there is still need for them to do that, then so be it. And you know, this legal vacation thing has made me understand why the NPP is opposed to the tribunals. You know, the tribunal will not be like the normal court that keep postponing cases, and then you'll be buying time for yourself. Look at this case. A lawyer takes a case, and then so a judgment is about to pass, and then he said, I'm not doing again, I'm taking it. There is a new lawyer coming to take. The new lawyer comes to take over and said, give us time, give me time to read it. I was like, they know. And this is the main reason why they are against the regional tribunals. They know that the tribunal will not waste time on the cases. It will go quickly, and will expose those that have really stolen.
Right. What do you say to the minority that this is a sort of selective justice? Are there no other cases that can be looked into? Because listening to an interview with Atachia, he mentioned that there are equally murder cases, there are equally rape cases that the Chief Justice could have allowed the judges to actually look at. But why is it making it look as if they are targeting their former appointees? Because if you should look at all these issues, Edubuahine's case, we have Wahab, Hamid, all these cases and all these individuals are from the previous administration. So what do you make of the comment they make that is a selective justice?
So you also ask the public interest in those cases. The public is interested in these particular cases. Well. We want to see the results. It's not selective justice. Even if it is because the public want to see the end of this case quickly. That is it. So it's because of the public interest. They should just give us break and then go and argue their cases in court. If they have case, they should argue it. And then set themselves free.
So as it stands now, we will have to wait for the Supreme Court to give a verdict on what they also think about this whole legal vacation.
Sure.
And during our news review, my ladies and I share our thoughts, and we said that legal vacation is not for the judges, but it's for legal vacation is for the judges and not for the lawyers. Right. It's good to have Mr. Emmanuel Chambers joining us right here in the studios. He's the NPP Communications team member. Good morning to you, Mr. Chambers.
Good morning.
Please get closer to the microphone.
Right.
How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good.
Oh, we missed you last weekend and we didn't hear from you again.
Seriously, because of the elections, I was so tired. We have to put one or two things.
So you didn't wake up early?
Today?
No. Was it on Thursday?
No, dawn I was at Ngo Pram Pram to meet some delegates.
All right.
So I was pushing a serious agenda. That's why I couldn't come.
That's
so
why
sorry about it. Yes.
All right. Apology accepted. We were talking about the legal vacation just to buy time, so you join us.
Okay.
Because today I want to hear from you, looking at the topic we have on board. So what is the fuss about the legal vacation?
Thank you so much.
Because it looks like the minority. Oh, should I give you time to breathe?
Of course. You go on.
I should give you time. I should give you time to breathe there.
So that is, he has nothing to say about the legal vacation.
Oh no. He said I should give you time to breathe.
It is just that is what these people are doing. What people are doing. Some of them they don't like it because they know the truth, and the most painful aspect is, for those of them that comes to radio and TV, they suffer because you know something is true and then you have to go and say otherwise.
What is true?
That the legal vacation is law. The law is there. Then why should
and that is unconstitutional.
What do you have to say about it? That because my leaders are saying that they have to go on vacation, so I have to come and defend.
All right. So first of all, I don't know. I really do not want to comment on this, but
why? Why don't you want to comment on it?
I don't know. You see, to be honest with you, the NPP, the leaders of NPP, soon and very soon will get to know that they really want the best for this country. The law in this country is sinking, and so they are putting all measures in place to rescue the law and rescue the entire Ghanaian body. But I don't know if the NDC guys are not tired of lying. After getting their way into power, told all the beautiful lies, they still want to deceive the ordinary Ghanaians. And like I said, see, let's be honest. When something is not right, we should not always say it is right. As for the legal vacation, I think the side of the MPP is obvious. You see, when you are in government and you are taking certain decisions, you understand, you need to, first of all, reference those decisions to constitutional backings. Constitutional instruments in this country has been undermined completely by these governments.
But is the Chief Justice working without the law?
Oh, is it today you want to know? Because
according to the law, Order 79, the Chief Justice may give permission to the judges to sit on particular cases.
You see, I haven't gone through some bit of law. I want to say that I am not a lawyer. And there are certain issues you and I might not be able to explain them further. And you see the people who are agitating from the side of NPP, they are lawyers, and they are giving their own reasons. You understand? When it comes to the issue of law, I don't know if you study me so well. When it comes to the issue of law, I want to state and I want to say exactly what I know, so as not to have my image out there as if I've said something and this is a lie and all that. So that's why I said I want to remain mute. But the fight is for our interests.
The fight
is for our interest.
It's for our interest.
Yeah, sure.
Because I was thinking that it's the client that actually employs the lawyer. So if the lawyer says, I'm going on vacation, me as the client, I have all the right to employ a different... Me as the client, I have all the right to employ a different lawyer to sit on my issue if you say you are not available.
But you see how my brother is. Because you see that mentality in the MPP. Because our leaders are lawyers and we are not lawyers, we shouldn't comment about it.
I'm not saying so.
Meanwhile,
exactly that's not what I'm saying.
Meanwhile,
all I'm saying is that
meanwhile, the law is written in English, which we all understand. Sorry. The only advantage the lawyers have over us is they will back what it's written in English with, they will back it with cases that has happened before, which if I want, I can search and come and back with that case, read the case and come and say. It is previously that people come and talk to us and then tell us what to do. Now we can read for ourselves, we can understand. So it's written in English, plain language, Order 79, we all have it. Just read it. What does Order 79 says? And you come and sit here and say that we've undermined the laws and then the constitutional instrument. Meanwhile, you want the Chief Justice to do otherwise. Please, and if he doesn't have anything to say about it, we can end it there and then move. But the people who have the CI, they know, and then they will know.
They will know.
They will take their decision.
Right. So that was Mr. Eugene and also Emmanuel Chambers sharing their opinion on the whole Buhara of legal vacation. So at this juncture, we are going to be delving into the main topic for discussion this morning. And over the week, which was Saturday, we saw the NPP going in for their election and their regional election. NPP has now elected its regional candidate to represent them in a specific constituency. And the question we keep asking ourselves is this a new beginning ahead of the 2028 election? And if these people have been given the mandate to lead the party, are they interested in fixing the division and all the damages that has gone on in the NPP? All right. So, Mr. Chambers, I'll be communicating, or let me say, I'll be engaging you more, since I hope Mr. Eugene actually understands that. Yeah, it's a house matter. It's a house matter. So I'll be engaging with Mr. Emmanuel Chambers more, since Mr. Eugene says it's a house matter. So, Mr. Chambers, unless you can't speak tree.
I'm on it.
You're on it. You cannot be in a crying, you can't speak tree. You have to learn how to speak tree, you have to learn how to speak Gan. So you should have this, so that when you're going to buy something, they don't cheat you.
Oh, they can't. Come on, that one, the basic ones I have it.
Right. So the NPP and its national elections, how did it go
very well, extremely well. Yeah, so first of all, I want to use this opportunity to thank the leadership of NPP for putting suitable mechanism in place to ensure free, fair, and credible elections. And I also want to use the opportunity again to express my profound gratitude to all the delegates of NPP as well as the supporters of NPP for executing the highest standard of discipline during the election. In fact, it was so awesome. The NPP supporters as well as the aspirants all executed that level of discipline, because a general elections like this, we went on it and most people don't even know that something was happening in this country. You know why? We all stick to one advice from our leaders, and that is that is peace.
Oh, but at a point in one particular region there were chaos.
I love the point you said, one particular region. This has been something that the NDC cannot even organize a polling station election, even pick a nomination forms without disturbances. I'm coming to give clear, notification on that. You see, what the NPP delegates did, what they did, and taking a new path, is a clear indication that we are repeating 2016 formula.
I don't understand. Come again.
That is to say that we all understand that this kakistocracy government would not help ordinary Ghanaians. So there is a need for us as NPP to put ourselves together, irrespective of our, differences, so that we secure victory for the ordinary Ghanaian on the streets, for the old woman or man in the house who has lost hope, and the entire generation or the near generation to come. The fact is that the NPP understand that the only political party that can help the ordinary Ghanaian is NPP. The only humanitarian leader we can ever have in this country is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. So in all our dealings, in all our endeavors, one thing we keep focused on is to achieve power for the ordinary Ghanaian and not to achieve power for the members of the NPP. You see that if you sit here to mention one region has a disturbance or there was some kind of chaos in one region, which I don't know, yes, somewhere along the line, even counting when they are sorting, people can have differences. So say, oh, this is this, this is that. That is not to say that you see people rioting, beating up, and people coming out with press conferences right after the election saying that, oh, we will not accept these results. We don't have it as we said. Our report indicates clearly that the election was conducted on free, fair, and credible basis. We have all mechanisms swimmed into actions, and it worked perfectly for us. This began from the polling stations to the constituency levels and to the to the regional level. And so I can say on clear notes and can say without any equivocation that NPP understands that we have to achieve power, whether we like it or not. All promises made by this kakistocracy government, I refer to them kakistocracy government because
what does
government.
What does it mean?
Oh, yeah.
What language is that? Enlighten me, because you're the first person I'm actually hearing this.
A government, of course, that is moving in a direction that is not pleased by ordinary Ghanaians. What you decide to do, you go ahead and doing it. You can check it. Kakistocracy government, a very bad government, a very bad one, of course. Let me put it that way. You see, NDC as a political party made a lot of promises to the ordinary Ghanaians. Today, we are not seeing the true reflections of whatever they said. And I keep saying this: NPP lost 2024 elections based on two things.
Which is?
One, we lost the election because we had a very serious disunity amongst ourselves. The front lines of NPP were not putting themselves together to ensure victory in 2024. Another reason we lost the election was the COVID-19. But ordinary Ghanaian would never understand.
How did the COVID-19
it distracted our economy. That's the entire world's economy. And ordinary Ghanaian will not pick this thing up. You can't go and tell ordinary Ghanaian. It's just like a whole body who wants to be a president of the country telling us that external factors away cannot, be a reason for prices is hiking, and later comes to tell us that external factors was what was what disturbing the economy. That is the double standard by John Dramani Mahama. But then, I don't want to touch that fact. I am saying, and let it be on record that NPP as a political party, right. we understand that. The NDC, the government of the day, can never help ordinary Ghanaian. So why don't you put ourselves together? Why don't you pull ourselves together and ensure that there's unity within us so that we can carry our unity to 2028, secure power, secure victory from this government so that we can help the ordinary Ghanaian on the street, so that all their promises they've given to us, that we know and everyone knows, they've lied to us. They lied their way into power. You have the records that the NDC has lied their way into power.
How did they lie?
The automatic teachers posting is one of the things the NDC hammered on and gave us a timeline that when they come to power, if we give them our mandate, they will fast and quick ensure automatic teachers posting. The 24-hour economy, they are busy destroying some new markets today and all that. That wasn't what the NDC told us. The NDC said when they come to power, they're going to implement 24-hour economy. We are expecting that for now, the 24-hour economy indeed should be working at some sectors. And if you look at so many promises, feed Ghana and all that. How many people today have been able to receive fowls, the chickens? How many people receive it? This is where the agric minister is even telling us that some people are consuming their fowls. So what is the state? Where are we going forward? I don't know if I've received some. In my constituency where I'm coming from, there is no a chicken sent there. So it is obvious that the NDC lied their way into power, and we must understand. We must all come together. I am surprised seeing people today still campaigning seriously for NDC, and of course calling on Ghanaians to believe that it is right for John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency the President, to go for another term. What is happening in this country? Is there something that is happening that we don't want ordinary Ghanaians to know? That is so dangerous for our democracy. That is dangerous for us. Look, like it or hate it, this is what I want to say. The elections went on so well. MPP, of course, we have a very humanitarian leader. That is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. That is a gentleman we are carrying to 2028 elections. That is the gentleman we believe that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, we believe that he can help all the ordinary Ghanaians. He can help everyone in this country. He has that knowledge. He has that competency of ensuring that when he becomes the president of Ghana, every Ghanaian child will smile.
Right, Mr. Chambers.
One thing I want you to understand.
No, let me come in before you continue. So, in your submission, you mentioned two things that actually led the NPP to opposition.
Exactly.
That made them lose the election.
Exactly.
And one was the COVID-19 pandemic, for the fact that it disrupted the economy.
The world's economy.
Yes. And also you mentioned disunity.
Yes.
And just this week, or let me say, sorry, within the weekend, which was on Saturday, you guys went for an election, which is the regional elections. Can these new executive actually rebuild the party?
Thank you so much for the question. I believe that the new executives are going to rebuild the party. The reason is this: the fact that we have gone the new way. You know, most of the old executives lost the elections. We brought in new people, new faces. You see, you can't keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. And so we believe that we have to go the new way, the new tangent. And even the old executives understands that. That is why right after the election, those who lost the election, they all stood for peace. Some lost the elections, and right from there, they were congratulating those who won them on their pages and all that. That is to say that they are building the party together. For the new leadership, I have the confidence, and I believe in them that they are going to take us to the promised land. They are new, so they will work tirelessly, they will work together, hand in hand, to ensure that victory is achieved. And that is why I'm saying that we are repeating 2016 formula. the formula that is going to lead us to victory. So let's believe in the leadership. Let's believe in the new direction the NPP has taken. And I think this is the handiwork of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and the new national and the national executives. So in all of this, we are looking at what could be the best way. And everyone went to the poll without the intention of money. I casted my votes in Accra here, and I was never influenced by money. Surprisingly, people who even tried to give out money lost the election. Some old executives, according to sources, which I don't receive the money, according to sources, people who received money or gave out money, they lost the election. That is to say that every delegate within MPP went to the poll with the intention that we were going to come out with something new. We were going to come out with fresh energy. And that is why a typical example is Accra here. Look at the gentleman they elected, Dr. Okoboy, a very fresh guy, a young guy, and the only reason he won was that Alfred has been in the system for long, so there is a need for you to give way to the young ones to take over. That was the reason Alfred lost. He has a very good message to the to the delegates, but he lost because we believe that there should be a new change. We believe that we should give the work to the people that can do it. We believe that every one of them is capable, but the young ones will do the job better. So Greater Accra, for instance, everything has been new, apart from Parker, Mr. Parker, apart from the secretary, that has been maintained. All the executives have been changed.
This whole regional election and voting for new executive, and one aim is to win the 2028 election. Whereas you mentioned the newly elected Accra regional executive, which is Okoboy, but he lost the parliamentary election for his constituency.
That is the disunity I'm talking about.
So what is that edge, or what is that instincts that you think that he's going to help the party win the 2020
going for an election and losing it doesn't mean that you are not capable. You can bring the people together, right? He has gone for he went in his constituency. He has been an MP before. He has been a minister, and sometimes it can always be you. So if he has been an MP and today he's the regional chairman, and that he lost the election, that is not a guarantee that giving him the power he's not going to work. No, not that at all.
So you are very positive that he's going to win that seat, which is the parliamentary election.
Not just that, we are going to recover all the seats in Greater Accra. In Greater Accra, we are winning 22 seats, and that will lead us to power. Whether you like it or not, that's what is going to come. You see, Dr. Okoboy has that skills of bringing everyone on board, like he did some time ago in his constituency. You understand that he went to the constituency when there was that kind of disunity. He brought all of them together and won the election. He lost again, but we are very positive that some of the people within the MPP was the reason he lost the election. They were not together. Sometimes when you go for campaign, some people are even MPP will say, "Oh, you've been in power for 8 years. For me, I've not gotten anything to chop." That is the problem we have in MPP. The only problem is that instead of targeting the greater picture, instead of targeting the ordinary Ghanaian, instead of targeting everyone in the country, some people feel like it should be them. No, I'm an MPP. I've never spent one cedi from MPP, but I'm still MPP. I'm still loyal to the party. You understand? So I believe that why Dr. Okoboy lost during the general election was the internal issue we have. We have a lot of internal issues then, and that is what he lost the election, and not the fact that he wasn't. He couldn't put himself together to win the election. It was a general issue we had in the country, but thank God that NDC won the election, and within a year and months, everyone is seeing the true colors of them. Do you think we will be ready to give power back to the NDC?
All right, I'll come back to you. Let you breathe for a while. It's actually their house matter.
But he has invited me, so I need to respond.
So you need to
some
say
of the
something.
things.
Right, they just finished their regional election. Do you think that this is actually a fresh start for them?
So you asked him about their election, and then you went about NDC and John Dramani Mahama. But like I said from the beginning, the NDC is focused on the mandate that we've been given, and whatever they are saying will not distract us. We are doing what the people are giving us to do. On their elections, after the elections, what I said was that, and then he has confirmed it for us. So the fresh and the new people they've brought they've taken out all the anti-Baumia people from their regional executives.
Not true. Not true.
You let him continue.
Not true. Hey, please, you don't make that statement. You don't let it sustain at all. Quickly, you have to respond to it.
No.
Please.
But he was very quiet when you keep
No.
mentioning his name.
You kept
write it down,
mentioning NDC, and then I was
I don't have the pen.
And then you kept mentioning you kept mentioning NDC and promises, and you see they've taken out. I can give you one. The former constituency Kennedy, and after the election, from him, said he lost because he was Kennedy. So you see, they've taken out the anti-Baumia people, and we said it from the beginning that this approach that they want to favor Baumia, doing from presidential before you come and do grassroots, it will affect their party. But if they believe,
how is it going to affect the party?
Because if you are not in the good books of the flag bearer, you won't win election, just like it has happened. You see, you were talking about Dr. Okoboy. He's a fine gentleman, I know.
Yeah.
But he's not a leader that can win the NPP in Greater Accra.
Why do you say so?
You said it yourself. You asked him, and then he was trying to deny.
Was it because
someone that was given a seat in 2016, just 4 years after all the powers he has, he was so powerful that he was linked to the former president family, so he could do everything in his power to maintain the seat for NPP. He lost that seat in 2020. And then came back in 2024. The people still said you are not good enough. So someone that is not good enough for one constituency, he can't win one constituency. You've given him 32 constituencies to win for you. My sister, would you do that? That's the question you asked, and he was trying to deny. Someone that cannot maintain one seat, lost it, tried the first time, lost. Tried the second time, and then lost. The people said you are not good at all, and you've given him 34 constituencies. That, but just like I said, they will come with all their things, with their sayings that NDC has failed, thinking that will win them power. But you see, whatever the NDC is doing now in government, it is the people that are feeling it. You come and sit here and say that 24 hours we promise in factories and they're not markets. But you've forgotten that when you produce the things in the factories, where do you sell them? One, you export. Two, you sell in our markets. So if you are producing more and you are doing 8 hours market, where will you save? Where will you store the rest of the things? So we start from somewhere. That is where we are starting from. We are starting from market. From there, they will go. If the market is there and then the things come, the factories produce the things, they will fill the market. So you can't just, it's only people that think today that will downplay the 24-hour market and then what is going on. He also spoke about birds that did not come to his constituency. And I'm even surprised. In one breath, he said we didn't share birds. In another breath, he said the Greek minister said people are consuming their birds. So What is he saying?
I said in my constituency, and those you claim you shared, you told us that they consumed everything.
So it means that birds were shared. I know someone that received the birds.
What about you?
Sold the birds. I'm not a farmer. You see, they don't understand that. They don't understand that we are not like them. When the thing comes, we don't share to our party members.
Yeah.
We share to farmers. And I know a farmer that was giving the birds 50 birds, added it to his birds, and then said that, oh, he is doing well in his farm. Number two, I know someone who is not a farmer but has interest in poultry farming. And through the birds that he was giving, when those birds finish, he has bought his own birds. And he is doing well. So you can sit here and downplay the Nkukon Kitty just like you did and lost power. You see, those kind of campaigns that you did in 2024 and lost power, you can't come and do the same campaign in 2028 and think you will win. You can't come and do the same things in 2028 and because now information is common. Everybody can access information. And it is about what the voter is feeling. If the voter is feeling the thing, they will vote for it. It is not about what you come and say. So there are elections. After the elections, I was so happy because I know that it will be very, very simple in 2028 because we are doing what we are supposed to do.
Right.
Could you imagine, just because Abronye is pro Baumia, he wins the election so simply, and you are telling me they've not taken out anti-Baumia?
Thank you so much for the time. I listened.
What would you say to what he said?
Yes,
Because it's actually not the first time I'm hearing that from him. I think over social media too.
Let me clear this. As he was speaking, I want to say this. Please, let's stop this. If we have no message to share to ordinary Ghanaians, we have no message to share to the citizens to win elections. A fine gentleman like you, a very quiet person. When I saw you, I was like, "Oh, this guy will be cool." You don't need to follow that trend. It won't help. As a very good person like this, I don't expect you to say it. See, the issue is this: if you say that we cleared all anti-Baumians guys out, that's not true. Go to Eastern region. Almost everyone that who won the election,
Kennedy's guys.
No, Dr. Brian Achampon's guys. You see, there's something very critical. I don't want to talk about it. See, when you come on social media, people will say certain things that if you don't take your time, you expose certain things out. You see, Greater Accra, the elections went for. Go in, look at the people we elected, and ask yourself if these people were really supporting Dr. Bambudu. No, go and do a check. In my constituency, where I come from, Zabzugu constituency, almost every person who won constituency executive position were people supporting Brian Achampon and Kennedy Japan.
So if that is the case,
so that is not to say that is no
as a party.
That is to say that we went to the poll without considering your camp. So if you sit here to say that all the guys we brought on are Dr. Mahmoud Baumia's boys, that is very untrue. And that is not a statement of fact. And you shouldn't make that statement because I have evidence. You mentioned just one person. A secretary was taken out because the person was supporting Kennedy. If you are a secretary and you were supporting Kennedy and that the delegates took a decision against you, does that become a topic for another person to go and sit down to say that, oh, this person was taken because he belongs to this camp? That, look, we went to the poll. In fact, for the past, 1 month, when we started the seriousness of these regional elections, this issue of camps hasn't even come to my mind. I casted my votes for the people I believe they can do the work. The issue of camps never came to my mind. Therefore, we never use camps to do our campaign. You should not tell us, and you should not peddle lies on media that was what happened.
Right. So this whole rumor of people voting Baumia people in and
he
voting
just said it.
other people wait. So I think last week there was a demonstration at the headquarters of the NPP.
Okay.
And the delegates, some of the delegates says that the party doesn't want to release the album, and due to that, they think that is because they know they will not vote for Baumia's people. That is why they don't want to give them their album, and in a way erasing their names from the album.
I thank you so much for this information.
Yeah,
that wasn't the reason. You see, we are all entitled to our
so that means
opinion.
that we shouldn't believe what the delegates are saying.
No, what the delegates are. What happened is that we didn't conduct it. Like, there were issues there, and we didn't conduct elections.
So what are the issues?
The issues we had at that constituency was that there were some names that were not captured in the register, and some people, their pictures do not appear on the register. And by our standard and laws, before you go to vote, you should have your image attached to your name. Some other constituencies, I think this was some issues some people experienced in some constituencies, but they came to a consensus. Some people came to consensus that once you come and your image is not in the register, but your name is captured, they should confirm from the polling station chairman if they know you. And if you are even the chairman, they should confirm from other polling stations executives if they know you. You understand? Some people like them, they never accepted it. And that was what happened. Look, whatever it is, in as much as we are preaching for peace, definitely there will be some people who want their wish to stand. So people hide behind doors, push others to do certain things. You understand? This was not a decision from the NPP. And so that idea that we were bringing Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia guys on board is not true. It's a general problem in the constituency there. And we had similar issues. Like I always use Zabsku because that was where I was on the election that I was there. I always want to speak to what I know and what I've seen. So I know for sure that whatever it is, we never considered anything of that sort. We never intend, the MPP leadership never intend to stop any constituency from casting your votes. How will I say that? Because you are from here, because you are this, you are going to vote for this person. Look, a classical example is TESCON presidents. People were of the view that we were pushing Mandela. That's how it appears. So, does it mean that if someone has the register, the person should clear all the TESCON presidents' name out? Is that what you are saying? So please, this is what people are saying. Those who appear there, yes, they are MPP, no doubt about it. But I think they wanted their wish to be done. Look, in even internal, contest, in internal race, every one of us is entitled to our opinion. And in politics, when you are doing politics, you should have one leg inside, another leg out. When you are doing politics, everything should be centered about you. In as much as you go on searching for power in the name of liberating the ordinary Ghanaians from slavery, you must also think of yourself. So I want to believe that the people were thinking of themselves and not the decision of the entire party.
So the rumors are not true.
It's not true, and that is not a fact.
Right.
If they had come to consensus that we can go on with the register submitted, like what other constituencies did, I am of the view that the election would have been conducted in that constituency. Right. Do you know that we had 3 constituencies or 4 in Greater Accra? We have to go into consensus with them so that they approve it. But if you are saying you will not approve it, and we don't also want some kind of election malpractice, we don't want to conduct the election, then we give topics and things for the NDC communicators to jump into social media and start lying. So we need to ensure that, look, if you don't come to consensus, then all of you will not take part in the voting.
Right.
That ends it.
Chambers, thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
In your earlier submission, you mentioned that all those that were supporting Bawumia, of which they were contesting for a position for that factor, not all of them got a seat. And you know people who were supporting Kennedy, Brian Cole, who were vying for a particular position, but they have it, which is you debunking the rumor that they are trying to vote the on-Bawumia people from there.
Exactly.
But looking at these people that have won the elections, who are not supporters of Bawumia, should that not be a message that people don't like Bawumia?
People who won elections.
No,
And coming, I quite didn't get the question clear. You mean some people won the election and they are not Baumia people?
They are not supporters of Baumia.
Is that not clear that?
So is that not a message that the delegates are sending across that they don't like Baumia as the flag bearer?
That is not a message at all.
So
the fact is that we know that as we sit, we don't have any camp. We don't have a camp. Once you are belonging to Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and you are not a credible person, in fact, you are not someone who believes that you can do the job for us, we must not vote for you. That shouldn't be the case. You understand? If you are from the camp of Kennedy, Brian Achampo, in fact, I don't even want to mention these camps. I don't know why I'm talking about camps today. I am saying that the MPP went to the poll with the intention of making sure that we elect people that can support, that can help us, secure victory in 2028, irrespective of your camp, irrespective of your ideologies. Once we have trust in you that you can do the job, we go ahead and give you the opportunity. We go ahead and give you the power, and that is what we have decided. So even if the entire executives, even if the entire executive of Greater Accra, whatever region we can mention, are not the people that were supporting Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, that is not to say that they don't like Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. No. That idea, we have it not in our heads. No.
Should that be the message that the people are sending across?
So you see, whatever you do as a political party, people have the right to express their opinion.
Exactly.
What we see is what we are saying. You can sit here and live in denial, but that is what we are seeing. I appreciate that I'm not the only person saying. You've also seen it on social media.
Yes,
and then people have commented on it that this is what has happened. They can sit here and live in denial.
Not in a denial.
We know where the job was done.
Tell us.
And where the job was done.
What job?
I'm interested.
What job?
Oh, the removing of anti.
Oh, you know.
Oh, we know them. They did it at the branch level.
Let me come in with this example.
So
I don't want to say this, but let me say
the difference between theirs and ours is that theirs, one person called a coordinator can do an album for a whole branch, which is a polling station, and say, I'm putting this one there, I'm putting this one here. Do you know when we started our branch elections? Because that is the base, that is the grassroots. We started our branch elections before they even started. They bought forms online, there was election. At this stage, do you know what we are doing? All those that have won the branch elections, there is an album which has both their names, pictures, and contact numbers. The album has come back to the branches for everybody to sit down and confirm that yes, this is that. So that one person will not stay inside and prepare album for everybody. That is why when we do our election, you don't see demonstrations like you saw in theirs. People go to national and go and say that this person has removed my name. Because our own is meticulous. We take our time to do everything. We don't rush. But you see, like I said, it is their house matter. Like it is said, if your mother is dead and you say she's asleep, when it's time for eating, and then the other mothers serve their children, we all know whether your mother is really sleeping or she's dead.
Right.
Let me say this.
No, please. Sorry. Thank you. So the MPP says that they are doing all they can to make sure that they claim back the seat that they lost to the NDC previously. How are you taking this claim as a political party? Are you threatened by this, or you're also going to do what it actually takes to make sure that they don't get back their seats?
One thing that we know that will make us maintain the seat is to do good work for the people of Ghana and not look at the NPP selection. So we are not.
So you don't see them as a threat?
No.
As a tough competition?
That is why I said my president is focused. The ministers and those running the country, they are focused. They are not perturbed by whether they elect people or they don't elect, whether they take anti-Baumia or not. We are just cautioning them because they are the largest opposition now and we want them to maintain. We don't want other opposition parties to overtake them. We like them the way they are, because with them we are comfortable. And then 2028, you will see, like I said, the people that are feeling it, they will vote for it.
Right. But do you think that these new faces will bring unity to the party?
I've told you, someone that cannot, according to him, Dr. Okoboye lost the campaign because of disunity in his constituency. Someone that cannot bring unity, for him to win election in one constituency, has been given 34 constituencies to bring unity. It's up to you to judge.
Thank you so much. I want to clarify this. You see, Honorable Soa, we all know that he's in the house of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and he's in charge of operations for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. We all know it. But clearly he was on grounds. He searched me. He spoke to us to go and vote for Honorable Alfred. You understand? This is the body of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. But the person, that person he was campaigning for lost the election. That is clear indication. I didn't want to say this, but for the sake of truth, I need to bring it out. And he was there. He came in a convoy, campaigned for someone, and the person lost the election. So what is the guarantee that we went to the poll, and what's the guarantee that people sat somewhere and cooked names or brought in people to favor Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's people? That's not true. Let's disregard it. That information is not true. The fact is that the NPP, as a political party, we've been able to put ourselves together to conduct free and fair and credible elections, which I know NDC cannot put themselves together to do that. We have been able to put ourselves together to elect our flag bearer, a very competent person that we know NDC cannot put themselves together to get someone who is competent like Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I don't think NDC can put up a candidate that will be credible and that can stand the test of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia when it comes to competency. I don't think. And when you look through the NDC and the guys who have started fighting amongst themselves, if you look at Loy Haruna, their general chairman, going around on thank you tour and order, and they have even started fighting amongst themselves. That is clear. That is clear indication. That sends us a signal that NDC cannot put themselves together to conduct a credible election. I tell you, you wait. The forms are not yet out. The forms are not yet out for the NPP flag bearership, and the fight has already started. When we get there, I pray that we all live to see that day.
Right, but do you believe that these new elected executives are going to unite the party?
Look, it is obvious.
I'm not done. Whereas we have the like of Abronye still retaining his seats, and the likes of Okoboy and some other individuals who, in a way, were, I don't know if it's the right word to use, nuisance to the party, because Abronye was always in the news. Doing that, disinformation, misinformation, using derogatory and in and out of court. And these people have retained their seats. Do you think that the NPP is actually ready,
every one of us,
to unite the party with this new set of people?
The new set of people, I can assure you, and I can state clearly that they are going to unite the party. They are going to put themselves together, move from region to region, and make sure that they unite the party. And I tell you, and let me repeat myself, that what we experienced on Saturday, the unity within the members of NPP, indicates clearly that the new leadership is going to change the narratives. Because I like I said, this is an internal elections where we came together, elected not just one person, not just two, thousands of individuals were elected, and there's no peace, irrespective of our differences. We pull ourselves together. The supporters were ready for peace. You understand? The delegates were ready for peace. That is why you could not see any disturbances here and there. So if the supporters are ready for peace, if the delegates are ready for peace, why won't the leaders we elected come together and fight for peace? So peace is our ultimate goal, and the new leadership is ready for peace. So trust me, believe me, there were people I wasn't supporting. There were people I didn't vote for, and they won. And that we have to place course. We have to congratulate them and move ahead as a party. Kwame has won. That is for the good of the party. The delegates have decided, and that is what we believe. We are not that kind of people that let's recount, let's destroy this ballot box, let's snatch papers and all that. So please, with the greatest respect, I want to state and end on this note that NPP has chosen a new direction, and that new direction is what is going to surprise NDC in 2028. And those Ghanaians who have lost hope in the leadership of John Dramani Mahama, the NDC government, we want to send a very heavy signal to them that this is the time for them to come and join us. The new leadership has something new for us.
So this win, you believe, is going to translate into
I don't believe I know. I don't believe
it's going to translate into winning the 2028
It is
elections.
obvious. The road to victory is clear.
Right. We wish you all the best.
So I will no longer talk about their elections.
Because you have nothing to say.
One thing that he keeps repeating, and then anytime he repeats, I feel like is Bawumia new is Dr. Bawumia a new person, and then he's presenting him like competent and what
the most competent. I didn't say competent, I said the most competent.
Hey, same Bawumia. Hey, same Dr. Bawumia.
I wanted to clarify
something. This time it is not from Dr. Bawumia's boss. Dr. Bawumia's boss came to tell us that all the knowledge in the head.
And who is their boss?
President Akufo-Addo. Former President Akufo-Addo told us that all the knowledge in the Bawumia is the Kwekwanansi of NPP. God put all the knowledge of the NPP in Dr. Bawumia's head, and that is there to come and make sure that he governs well. At the end, what did we see? What did we see? And today you are presenting the same person. You see, our brothers and sisters, the MPP, I think they should change their style. Because if this is how they are going in 2028, Ghanaians will remind them, Bawumia is not new. Dr. Bawumia is not new. Ghanaians know him. Dadana, we know him. And we know what he can do.
Brother,
and he has showed us what he can do. So please,
this issue you are lamenting so much on it.
Let's not go there. He should hold on with the way he's describing Doctor. We know him already, and we know the words that best fit him.
Listen,
right. I'll give you 1 minute.
Okay, so everyone listening to us will know that my brother is beating about the bush, is lamenting. Bro, this topic is not for you to discuss it the way you like. This is an internal issue, and let's call a spade a spade. For once, you are a very nice gentleman. Speak truth to the ordinary Ghanaians. You, all of you in the NDC, you are surprised to see what happened on Saturday. You are surprised that from the polling stations to the constituency to the regional, your prayer has not come true. You've prayed that we should have that kind of disunity, but that is not working for you. So please. Pull yourself together. You spoke about Abunya saying a lot of things.
But I thought you answered that.
I didn't answer that. You see that every one of us has our way of communicating, right? Look at the NDC. Most of them are liars. Today, some of them are CEOs and all that. Some of them are the gold board, managing gold board and all that. And so this is not every one of us, like I said, we have our way of communicating. So allow them. The delegates, they believe the guy and they know he can do the job. He has done it for us before, so he can do it. So allow him.
So what will be your last message for the NPP?
For the NPP, I still want to say that those of us who are communicators or NPP, they have given us a heavy message. The peace, the way they executed themselves, the attitude, the peaceful nature of the elections has given us hope and has given us, we the communicators, that we can sit on social media and say, in fact, we have a good leadership. All the supporters of the NPP and all Ghanaians who are willing for that great gentleman, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the man with the greatest ideas to transform this country, let's continue to have hope in him. Let's continue to do what we can do, pull ourselves together, and so that 2028 victory will be achieved, and that is where all of us will smile. So together, I say kudos to all those who won the elections and those who lost it. I want all of us to come together. In fact, there is this person dear to me, the person lost, but we are together. That is it.
That was Mr. Chambers, that the NPP is ready to unite, and then looking at their newly elected regional executive are going to do everything in their part to make sure that the party unites and win the 2028 election. What do you also think? Do you think that these new faces and also the ones that have retained their seats are actually going to do anything to make sure that the NPP comes to power? Let me know what you think in the comments section. This is still the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. We are streaming live on Facebook at Ghana Talks Radio TV, on YouTube at Ghana Talks Radio, and also on X at Ghana Talks Radio. Do want to join us this morning? Send in your comments. Let's get interactive right here on the show. At this juncture, we'll be diving into the second topic for discussion, and this is from the Health Ministry. And it says that they are going to be conducting a review of President Mahama's health promises and the challenges, what they've done so far, and how they can improve it to make it better for everyone to have an incredible time whenever they visit our hospital. Right. So we are going to be looking at some of the promises President John Dramani Mahama made, where as he promised the free primary health care, the Mahama Care or the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, the expansion of NHIS, retooling of health facilities, specialized nursing programs, regional hospitals in the 6 newly created regions, cataract centers, nursing trainee allowances, recruitment of health professionals, and the completion of abandoned health projects, which includes the Agenda 111. They are going to be conducting a review to know what is on the ground, and they started in Ho. Mr. Now I've come to your house.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Now I've come to your house. Which of the policies or the promises would you confidently say that the NDC have actually fulfilled when it comes to our health sector?
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity. And then now we are coming to talk about Ghana, and I would like my brother to take out all the politics and
don't worry about me. Don't worry about
Ghana.
No, she knows me so well that I stand for Ghana.
You know the free primary health care, which is Mahama Cares, is moving on very well. And this review that the health ministry is talking about is very, very important, because as you go ahead, you need to check yourself and then know the boxes that you've not ticked so that you tick them. Like I said, we are focused on delivering what the people give us. You know that with the allowances, it's going on well. It is better than previously. So they are, but I would like to dwell much on the Mahama Cares policy, which is the free healthcare, and then which has started. And so it's also in line with some of the things you mentioned, the specialist training. As I speak to you, there are new courses that nurses are doing, that because of the free healthcare, it has come on board. Something like cardiology nursing. Previously, we don't have cardiology nursing, but as we speak now, there is cardiology nursing that after completing your nursing program, you can major in cardiology nursing. That is what you will do. And then there is...
Have they started practicing that already?
Oh yes.
In which of the hospitals? Or
these are training schools.
Yeah.
The courses that the schools, so they will train the nurses before they will be posted, because currently we don't have cardiology nurses.
Okay.
Just the doctors that work on, and then the nurses that help them. So we have started with cardiology nursing. So there are nurses currently are training that if you go, you see them. There is endocrinology nursing, there is nephrology nursing, and then oncology nursing. They are all new courses that it's being enrolled. And then those courses are post-diploma, postgraduate courses. So when you finish, you can go and do these courses, and then because of the free healthcare. The free healthcare itself is moving on well. When you look at the disbursement that has gone so far, the schools that has been giving money to do these trainings, and then the free health care is not only about you go to the hospital today and then you see that it is happening. It is in stages. So the first stage is that we have the primary level, and the primary level deals with CHIPS, health-centered kiosks, and in this service, you don't need NHIS before you get this service. And then this service covers, and so this service, you get free treatment for malaria, free treatment for cholera, free treatment for screening of all these things. And then, so that is the first level. And then the second level, we have the NHIS integration. Then you know that when you go to these places and you are referred to a district hospital, that is when you need your NHIS, so it will be integrated, and then you have to work on it and those. So if you go there, and then let's say you have cancer, you have, and then you need further, that's when you apply to the Mama Care, and then you will be given assistance. So what we are, for the Mama Care, it's really, really happening. If you go to the deprived areas that do not have cheap compounds and then all those kind of things, we have nurses, the mobile nurses that has been given motorbikes with the buckets that they put their things inside, they move and then go and attend to people. So the Mama Care is moving on.
Of which you can confidently say that you've been able to fulfill the satisfaction of the people.
It is moving on perfectly well, looking at the foundations that has been laid and then everything. I don't know what people would say that is not being done under the Mama Care at this level. Because you see, when you promise of a policy, we are not a party that just want to put name on something that we brought this, but we want to do something that is lasting, something that can last forever, something that can last for a long time, even if not forever. So it is process. You need to, if you can't say you are doing specialist, you are taking care of special cases, you are building specialist hospitals without getting the men and the women to man it. That is why we are investing in the training of the nurses, the specialist nurses, and those kind of things. So I think we are on course, we are focused, we are doing it. Then the review will make us progress higher. It will be something that the Ghanaians, that, like I keep saying, those Ghanaians that are enjoying all these things, they are going to give their verdict in December 2028.
Right. Mr. Chambers.
I listened to what my brother said, and I was just smiling here. I listened to, this is a very simple thing he should have said, but you went round and round. You see, first of all, we should not confuse policy announcements with delivery. They've launched it. They said they were going to.
Which of the policies?
That is Mama's healthcare we are talking about.
Mama Care.
Yes, that's what we're talking about.
It's not working.
I'm saying that we should not confuse policy announcements with delivery.
So
the first question we should be asking ourselves is: are the patients getting treatment free, as he mentioned?
At the Mahama Care?
Yes. I mean, the malaria, cholera, whatever he said, whether you have health insurance or not, they can treat you for free. Is it true? Is it really the case at the hospital?
Yes.
Because this should be practical. This is something we should talk on practical, basis.
But have you interacted with anyone who
I did. You see,
and it's not free.
It's never free.
What did the person say?
People go to hospitals today. Malaria, they treat them, and without health insurance, even with health insurance, they take money from them. Even taking the test of malaria, they take money from them. Two, we should be asking ourselves, are there available medicines at the hospital? Sometimes you go for malaria treatment and they tell you that we don't have enough enough medicine. There's no medicine, go and buy it from this side. If you are saying something is going to be free, the basic thing you should do is to ensure that you put some necessary measures in place before delivering, before the announcement. So the healthcare, I think the ordinary Ghanaians is not getting the access to treatment like they said. Stop painting the picture as if everyone goes to hospital today with malaria or some other sickness are treated free, because in some constituencies and some other hospitals like Akaway, it's not free. You cannot say it's free. Go back to Zabzugu constituency, go back to northern part of Ghana, we are not getting treatment for free. What we should also be asking ourselves is, the NDC again told us that they were going to equip hospitals and staff them well. Has that been achieved? How many staffs have been sent to hospitals? Which hospitals?
Oh, but I think recently
how many equipments have been released?
From the minister, from the health minister, that they were going to employ. Let me get the figures.
Madam, look, don't listen to that man. A man who told us they build hospitals, or they announced that they were going to build some cheap compounds about 300 or something, and later said, oh, he made an announcement because John Dramani Mahama and his cabinet said they were going to build, so they should not put the blame on him. Do you still trust that kind of gentleman? Now, we should also be interested where they said they are going to, complete some Agenda 111 after the forensic audit. It's part of their policies under the healthcare. Ask yourself, have they been able to tell us when this Agenda 111 will be completed? Have they been able to give us the timeline they will complete the Agenda 111? And how many of them, as we said, has been completed? How many of them? How many hospitals has been built as part of their promises they gave when they were launching the healthcare? We should be interested. The National Health Insurance as well. Today, the National Health Insurance Unit is complaining. The money that has been allocated to them is not enough. You can do the checks. Today, are they paying the National Health Insurance Unit? Is that the case? Are they up to date? Have they been paying them? And how effective is the National Health Insurance? Because some of the hospitals, and last month I went to hospital, I went to Akaway. I know
with
what
malaria,
I passed through there.
With malaria.
I went there, you stated the sickness, you said cholera and all that. You go there, some, not even Akaway alone, some other hospitals, they tell you that we don't have this drug, we don't have this drug. Go there. Please, I am saying that go to hospital. If you have not been to hospital, go and do your research. Nobody is receiving anything free, just as you people are saying. Another thing I want us to talk about: when do you announce a policy? How do you deliver it? So, the Mama Healthcare, please, with the greatest respect, is a government announcement and not something they have achieved. There's a clear distinction between.
How is that a government announcement?
If you said you have achieved it, he has not been
from it.
Who is benefiting from it?
So if you have not seen it, doesn't mean that others are not.
Madam, if you are talking of a policy, if you are talking, let's say free senior high school, when we were bringing it, we didn't isolate some people. If you are talking of a policy, a social intervention, it should not be like some people are benefiting it. If John Dramani Mahama government wants us to understand that we have relatively free care in this country, all the hospitals must go in that tangent. If it is not working, they should find out why it's not working. You cannot say that one hospital is working, people are receiving treatment free there, which I don't even know any hospital, unless otherwise you are giving me evidence that people are testifying, that patients are testifying that, oh, I've been to this hospital and I was treated freely. The best at the hospital today is still a question. That was one of the things they said we were going to do. Go to some hospitals like TTH in Tamale. People are sleeping on the verandas. Patients are sleeping on the verandas to receive treatments. He has said we should move away from political lines, which I am doing so, and I'm saying that go to TTH. There is no bed for people to sleep on. There is a lot of spaces for them to send beds, but there are no beds. Today you tell us that you have finished with most of the hospital with beds. The names of those hospitals are not captured. Enough of these stories. The ordinary Ghanaian, the citizens need to be very clear on this issue. You don't go to hospital with the intention that, malaria, I'm suffering from malaria or cholera, therefore I'm going to be treated freely. Then I go there and they charge me. And you sit down here to tell us that it is working. Which hospital is working?
Well, I don't think they started from this administration. Even
please.
from the previous administration.
I am saying that there's nothing free, whether free. Look, we are talking of John Dramani Mahame's regime. They've started, if you say they've started with training.
But you left
he was mentioning. Oh no!
With all the money that was in
listen,
this bed, you left Agenda 111.
I am making this statement clearly. Agenda 111. When the NDC took over, they said we were going to conduct a forensic audit, and when that was conducted, they reported to all of us that some Agenda 111 is at the verge of completion. Therefore, they were going to complete it. Ghanaians were of the view that we chop the money. We told them, okay, you can go ahead and conduct your forensic audit. That has been conducted. After conducting the forensic audit, they indicated to us that whatever went in there was clear.
Hey.
Oh yes, that.
Who did that?
You don't report before you listen. Before you, I'm coming. You should be careful. Do you say that after you took over, you just went to some Agenda 111 and you started saying that you want to complete them? You captured Agenda 111 to complete. Why do you capture it? You capture it because you conducted a forensic audit on all the projects, which includes the National Cathedral. I am telling you, you can go into, we are in a media space. You can go into your media, whether you have conducted a forensic audit on the Agenda 111 before taking the project. And let me put it on record. Any project that has not been completed and the new administration takes over, you must conduct a forensic audit on it before taking over. Right. If you don't know, that is the tip I am telling you today.
So please.
I know you should not sound as if one is not telling the truth here.
Today's politics should not be like the previous ones that you come and then you.
Which you are doing.
It is not stated anywhere that after the forensic audit, people have been cleared. There are a lot of people answering questions at Yoko.
Mention one of them.
Those that you've not heard.
No, mention one of them.
Does not mean that you've been cleared. And very soon, you will see them in court. They will come and buy time. You will tell me they will come and buy time. Yeah. But you see, today's politics is not like the previous one. I just, as he was speaking, I just asked AI.
Oh, AI.
Has anybody benefited from the free health care,
AI
the mama care?
AI will tell you what you
so allow me to.
No, but that is a fact.
So you did not put out any fact. Someone has brought the fact, and then you are disputing it. So I tell you, there are beneficiaries of Mama Care. If he doesn't know, let me inform him today. The program was piloted in February 2026, which was the month of love. All Ghanaians know. The money that was spent was 4.8 million Ghana cedis. It went further to even give a name. 11 hospitals were involved. It went out to give a name, and then you tell me that you cannot trust it.
Which name?
Mr. Amidu, who was at the UGMC hospital, received free treatment under the Mahama Care. And you are telling me that, you see, you've not doubted even one. And as I was speaking, I told you that there are levels. And the levels are, number one, the primary level, which is free. You go to chips, kiosks, and those things, you get free treatment for screening and treatment of malaria. And you are sitting here mentioning you went to Akawe. Is Akawe a cheap compound? Knowing that Akawe is at the secondary level where you are required to get an NHIS card. Yeah. And you are sitting here ignorantly telling me you went to Akawe using Akawe. Meanwhile, that is not the fact. That is not what the fact is. And you are sitting here boldly saying all this. And because we are quiet, you think you are saying anything, Nama. Like I'm telling them, like I've been telling him since morning. The Ghanaians that are feeling what we are doing for them, they will speak again in 2028. We will be here. 2029, God will give us life. We will come back and He will come and tell you that there are two things that made them lose power: COVID-19 and disunity. Meanwhile, you told us after 2024 that your people did not vote. You didn't mention COVID-19. You said your people did not vote. That's why you lost power. Today you have changed it. Today you have changed it to COVID-19 and then this unity. Very soon they will change it to another thing. But you see, Ghanaians are wide awake, and I've been advising them that old kind of politics, they have to stop it. When you are coming on radio and TV, make sure you do your preparation. You ask yourself the questions. You don't come here with wrong experience. That I went to Aka. That thing cry is boring me. That you went to Aka. Meanwhile,
it's not under free permit.
That is it. That is it. You don't even know what the program is, and you are here criticizing the program. That is their.
But AI gives you the sources.
That is their.
But use AI for a reason.
That is their ignorance. You see their double standard. That is what you see, and what they are doing. When you keep on doing, you irritate Ghanaians, and your party. That is why they are. I said UGMC.
He mentioned UGMC.
I said UGMC. You are here and you.
This is not true.
Right.
Okay, so Ghanaians, I know you know what is right. I know you know the truth on the ground. You are those feeling it. Like the songwriter said, who feels it knows it all. It is not about what the NPP will say. The NDC government is focused on delivering on the mandate that the people has given us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Eugene. Yes, we had such an incredible time right here in the studios. And just as we've said, just as the government has equally said that there's going to be a 3-day review when it comes to President John Dramani Mahamat's promises relating to health care, the challenges, what they've been able to deliver, and the improvements they seek to bring on board to make sure that every Ghanaian enjoys quality health care. And I think this morning, my ladies were saying they should curb the no bed syndrome because it's ending a lot of lives. So we are hoping to see that in the coming weeks, after the review, that they take strategic measures to make sure that people do not lose their lives as a result of no bed syndrome. Thank you so much for joining us right here on the morning show. We'll come your way tomorrow. Do have a lovely day.